Hello, hello, hello. I'm here, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another day, another stream. And today, we'll be taking on a 100% race weekend in Brazil. So it's going to be a big one, so do not miss out. Welcome, everyone, into the stream. Let's get YouTube Vertical involved. And, of course, Tiki Toki. I think both of them should be up and running. Where are you? Let's be having you. Oh, hang on. I nearly left the YouTube stream to just stay up as unlisted. And I've done that before. And I'll be like, where's everyone on the second YouTube stream? Like, there's no one chatting. Like, is there something wrong with my YouTube? No, I'm just an idiot. I'm just an idiot, chat. I'm just an idiot talking to all of you lot. But we fixed it before that happened today, so we don't have to worry about that. Welcome, everyone, into the stream. A lot of you right now are just being like, Hayden an idiot. Like, that's not news to us. We already knew that months ago. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. I get it. You know what? You are right. You are right. Let's move my screen over there so we aren't clashing. Get away, fruit fly. There's flies everywhere. Like, I thought I fixed this. There's like a hack. It's this hack, right? Okay. I saw this, and my mum recommended it as well. You put a lemon with like loads of cloves, and yeah, you put it all together like that, the cloves and the lemon, and the flies hate it. You know, they don't come in, they go away. All right. Turns out Dutch flies are different to UK flies, and they fucking love this stuff. We saw them festering on the one on the bid. Get away! It's not for you. So yeah, I'm gonna need to find a new solution. I'm gonna need to find a new solution, chat. Because they're just annoying me. They're just annoying me. They won't leave me alone. Welcome everyone in the chat. GB, what chat is this? I'll link you, bro. I'll link you. Don't you worry. There's one content creator that I went through when I did my, my yearly. Right, okay. It's that time of the year, guys. It's time to go through all of my stuff on my streams to flesh it out. Make it look nice, and then be like, do you know what? I'm going to do this all the time. And we all know I'm only going to do it once per year, and then we're going to come back to it next year and add things finally. But I will link you, GB. I will link you. Don't you worry. Welcome, everyone, onto the stream. Hello, hello, hello. If you are watching right now on whatever platform we're live, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Kick. But if there's anyone on Kick, then congratulations, because there's no one ever on Kick. But if you are on Kick, shout out to you. You are the best. God Mode, OP Glazer, Clark's Crew, Shannon Bullock, 439 Racing, Fjord Flitter, Clark's Crew. Welcome in, James. Welcome in, North London Forever. I love your vids. Thank you very much. Over on the Twitch chat. Get away, fly. Not involving you. Go, 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 go. We've got Just a Little Toxic, Kiwi, Akis. We've got DR3 Jack, Lethal Paul, Hydro, GB, Beef, Bailey, F1, Eliso, Connor, that 144. Definite Crane. Welcome into the chat. Welcome in. And over on the TikTok one, we've got Jack, we've got Diamond, we've got Vince, and we've got Ethan. What chats am I reading? All of them, baby. I see everyone. I see everyone in the chat. Giggle Man, welcome in. Thomas as well. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm on Kick. I'm just watching on both. That is crazy. This is the earliest I've ever been now. Yeah. This is the earliest Gwats has ever been. Welcome into the stream, my boy. My boy who took me out on the weekend. Just wanna let everyone know that Gwats turned across me. We all saw it. Everyone who watched the stream, we all saw what he did. So yeah, gonna have to turn off that racing line, buddy, aren't we? And learn how to drive side by side with others. It's not time trial anymore, Gwats. All right, there's other people on the track. Okay. How about instead of trying to save Zhou Guan Yu's career, or I don't know. Who's having a bit of secret? Liam Lawson's career. How about we save your own career? All right? Drive cleanly. Most of the grid took... Nah, to be fair, no. Safso took me out. That was hilarious. Not at the time. I was a little bitch at the time. And Gwats did take me out. Well, they say stop fixing other people's career and fix your own. Okay, chat, what are we doing today? Well, today, first of all, I need to go to my PC and see whether I've got... I did not take out Safso, thank you very much, Jack. I crashed into Safso in the First race, which took myself out and didn't harm Safso at all. So, listen, okay? That is a lie. That is propaganda we will not be falling for over here. Just like Meraki trying to sell the propaganda that other cars were, you know, 20 mile an hour faster on a straight, when in fact, bro just learned that there's an overtake button that somebody else was using. I did crash into him. Yeah, that is true. I did crash into him. I didn't take him out. That wording is different. Okay, we're gonna sort that out. We need to sort out that wording. So yeah, first of all, I obviously need to go and see whether I've got enough footage available on my hard drive, which I really need to sort today. 75 gig. Maybe. Although, what I could do is... How big is that file? That's 20 gig. And that's 10 gig. So, do you know what? That's 30 gig. See, I did maths at school, chat. I did maths at school, okay? Look, I know, that was good maths. I know a few of you struggled. You put it on your fingers right there and be like, 20... 10... 20... 10, and you were struggling, right? So I'm glad that I could help steer you in the right direction with maths. Don't get me to do words though, okay? If we go to words, my intelligence drops, okay? If we're talking about numbers, Hayden's got quite a high IQ with numbers. If we're talking about words, God, he's down there. He is down there. He is down there with the words. Not down with the words. That's the problem. I'm not down with the words, and it's an issue, okay, chat? It's an issue. What am I chatting about? What am I on? Right, let's transfer that over and hopefully my hard drive doesn't just cry itself to sleep. On-stream IQ test. I did one yesterday. It gave me 102, which is above average. So I would say, was it 102? No, I think it was 107. It was somewhere around there. But that's above average. So, you know, clearly so smart. So smart. Right. So today, chat, let's get into the 100% race weekend of Brazil. We got 2 rounds of the career mode left to go. We're currently leading the championship by about 20-ish points. Charles Leclerc is our closest championship rival and needs to get back in the fight today if he wants any chance of taking it to the final round in Vegas. So that is what we're going to be doing today. If we look at the standings very briefly, Charles Leclerc, 25 points exactly behind us in the standings. But we do have a sprint race in Brazil that can give a maximum of 8 points. And we also have a normal full race, which will give a maximum of 25 points. We're only going to be doing one race today because I kind of want to, you know, I want to hang it out a little bit, chat. I want to hang it out a little bit. You know, I'm taking a day off on Thursday in the morning, and then I'm doing a birthday stream on the Friday so that season 4 of career mode can start next week. That is why we are doing Brazil 100%. Because if we do Brazil and then Vegas, and we start season 4, I want to make you wait for it, okay? I want that anticipation to rise, the hype to build up, and not just be like, right, that's one done, on to the next one, chat. Now we're going to find out the terrible transfers, and you've got to wait a week for that. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Can we do an online race? Not today, Ellen, but we will be doing them on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. So if you want to get involved with those, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, those are the days to get involved with those parts of the streams. You want some you time? Not really. I don't really get any me time. I'm too busy entertaining you lot. What's happening on the birthday stream? Probably just some online races with you lot. Nothing too crazy. I haven't really got anything planned. So, I'll have a little look. I'll have a little think. But we will see. We will see. Right, complete the weekend with no more than 2 collisions. Probably that one will be fine. Fancy dress, surely. GP, what do you want me to dress up as? What do you want me to dress up, GB? Average, corner speed, complete a lap. No, we're not doing 3 different car setups. Well, how much time do you think I've got? Complete 8 laps in practice sessions. No. Fewer than 1 corner cutting penalty. Okay. We need 3. We got to hope and pray that we don't get a corner cutting warning. We're on reduced corner cutting, mate. Surely. Surely. When are you going to do Singapore GP? That's very specific. Probably when the Singapore GP comes around. If you're talking about 100% races on the weekend of the Singapore Grand Prix. If you're talking about career mode, when the Singapore Grand Prix is in career mode. I think we did it like last week. I think we literally did it on Saturday. It was on Saturday. Yeah, we did it on Saturday. Doyler, thank you very much for the follow over on Twitch. And Owls over on TikTok. Love your streams. Thank you very much, Owls. Liam, hello, welcome in. Cleanest driver wouldn't get track limits. That's true. That's true. And that is me. Did that screen just change? Oh, it does. Why does it just show different pictures of Monaco? Why is it only Monaco? Strange. Complete the race strategy program on 2 different tyres. How much, again? How much time do you think I've got? No. Customization. We've unlocked some podium emotes. What have we got? Yeah, no, we're good. Oh, nah, we like doing a bit of keepy uppies. It annoyed Joe, so we can do that. Get in there.
Get in there. That's what I'm talking about. Get in there. That's what I'm talking about.
No. They think it's all over. It is now. Those of you who know what this is from.
I think it's all over. It is now.
You are goated, okay? If anyone in the chat can tell me where that is from, let me know. Who in the chat knows? Who in the chat knows where that line is from? They think it's all over. It is now. And that will be because I am a patriotic guy. That will be my line. Which we don't really need to use because we rarely win races online, so. Engine wear. Yeah, we're good there. We're good there. Okay, let's go to the race weekend, chat. Let's go to the race weekend. Going straight for the Soo. Indeed. These gloves are a bit stinky. Do we need new gloves? Yeah, they are a little bit. Let's put them over there. Stinky, stinky gloves. Stinky, stinky, stink. Let's go to the magic drawer underneath. What is my favourite Pokemon, Anthony? Well, Anthony, I'm glad that you asked, because if you look behind me, we've got this little cute little elephant boy. This is called Fampy. It's also the emotes in the Twitch. And we got this little cute monkey boy, and this is called Grookey. And these two are my favourites. These two are my favourites. And now, as of the other day, because I thought I'd jump on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just for fun, do some shiny hunting, I got this little boy as a shiny, so very happy. And I already had this one from like a few weeks back. So those are my favourites. Also love Squirtle. He's the OG for me. So, right, what gloves do I want? I want red ones. Do I want red? Actually, I feel like I want blue. We'll save the red for if we sign for Ferrari, okay? Blue. No, that's red. Blue. Yes. Yes, come here, blue boy. Ah! Got it. Got it, chat. I've got it. I've got it. Some of you know the football match. Yes, yeah, exactly. It's England's World Cup win in 1966. The commentator being like, there's some of the crowd on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now. Also, the intro to the best England World Cup song. And I know a lot of you are going, it's Coming Home. That's the England's best song. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's good, all right? Don't get me wrong. It's Coming Home is good. All right? And I know a lot of people around the world don't agree with that because you think it's like arrogance. And it's really not. It's actually the complete opposite of why we sing It's Coming Home. Because the whole song is about how we fumble it all the time, but we always keep on believing, okay? That's the whole point of the song. It's not that we're arrogant, we're like, we're the best, it's always coming home because we created football and we're so good. No, listen, no, that's not what it's about. It's about, we fumble it, we're always making mistakes. I've seen when we've missed out on penalties or this or the other, but I still believe that's what it's all about. But I'll tell you what is the best song. Love's Got the World in Motion, baby. That is the best song for John Barnes spitting bars. All right, that is what it's all about. And I feel like we should do a creator series. Just every single game cycle, we get them together. We do a song like you know, like a World Cup kind of England-esque song, but for creator series F1. And who is spitting the bars? We need to get a who's spitting the bars. I mean, I can do the John Barnes rap. I think I know the words to it, but maybe we give the rapping to somebody else because I feel like I'm probably not good at rapping. Apart from when it's at Christmas, I can tell you that. My rapping skills are elite at Christmas. Precise. Okay. What is this stream? What am I on about? What about We Are the Champions? It's not an England football song, though. We Are the Champions is a Queen song. So it's not an England football song. So it's completely and utterly irrelevant to this conversation. Like, it's a good song. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But is it an England football song? No, it is not. Right, okay. Why are we faffing about all this time and talking about bing bong, bing bong? Well, mainly because we are... Wait on, right. Why is my... Go on, bin. Yes. Permanently delete these two. Yep. Okay. That should free up some space, and it does. We got over 100 gig again. Okay. Get Tom starting the chance. Tom's gone. I've got some sad news for everybody. Tom is now no longer a Crazy Series driver. Tom has gone. He was, rightfully so, I think. The straw broke the camel's back, I think. We all knew he was retiring. We all knew it would be his final season. And I completely agree with his reasons. I completely understand the reasons why he doesn't want to be in Crazy Series anymore. And I agree. You know, I've been dwelling over myself the last few races. I'd say the last race that we did on Saturday was actually more of a reason for me to stay. Tom Beener, Tom 97 already is a reserve. I'd say the last race gave me more of a reason to stay. But we'll see over the last few races how I feel about it. It's just a bit dead content sometimes. Just being sat with no one. And it's no one's fault. It's no one's fault that I'm not fast enough. Like, I'm okay, but Crazy Series now got to a level of driver pace where if you're not one of the best, you are just driving around by yourself. And it just doesn't... I feel like I'm good at my job, and I can entertain you lot in the chat and make you guys feel like there is something on in the moment, okay? Something to push for, something to fight for. But it does become difficult when... oh, that's cool weather condition. Look at that. One slot of rain and then dry. That's going to be interesting for the race. But it does make it it does make it difficult when you're during a stream and you know that things are a bit dead and there's nothing you can do about it to make it entertaining. So I understand him. I get it. And I think that's kind of the aspect where Tom comes from. It's things where that are out of his control, whereas you look at his content, it's very story-based. He's very much in control, and he's trying to entertain an audience. That's what it's all about. It's not about trying to win or beat other people. He couldn't care less about the end result of a race, but when there isn't anything going on, and he's not in the right headspace because of it, like, I agree. It's not something any of us want to really put together. So, yeah, that's fair. And I understand it from him. Right, do I upgrade the powertrain, chat? Probably not, right? They've got all these things to adapt. And I've got 5,000 resource points. But I'm looking to leave Mercedes. So I'm not going to adapt any parts. And we're just instead going to leave it like that. Yes, Tom has retired with immediate effect. Punju has also decided that this season is enough, which is fair. I think Punju doesn't play the game enough as well. So it's a similar situation. Not to Tom's, but like on a bigger scale. Punju's nowhere in the races. He has no chance. And I think he is just in a place where it's not interesting for him. He likes the iRacing stuff, so he's just going to focus on that. And he doesn't play the F1 game, so he's not interested. I still think we do too many races. Less equals more. I mean, we do the same amount of races as we used to.
Well, they're all fitted.
I disagree with that because, you know, back when it first started, we did a race every single weekend without a single break week. I don't think it's that at all. I think it's drivers taking it way too seriously and treating it like a league, and that is the issue. Everyone now is more toxic. Everyone's now more serious. You make a mistake and you're angry at that person, whereas before you'd just be able to laugh about it. I think last weekend was not the only time there's something like that has happened. But I think it's getting worse and worse as we go on. Whereas you look at any of us when we do community races, they're a lot more relaxed, a lot more fun. And that is ultimately what we should be like. We should just be there for fun. I think when everyone joined, like, what was your reasons for joining Creator Series GB back when you first joined? my reasons for joining it was like, okay, this is a cool thing that I can do with other content creators that are my friends, and I get to race with them and have some fun in a race, and then we just sort of, you know, have a bit of a championship to sort of see where it goes. Now, I don't think a lot of creators have that mindset similar to when they first joined. But wanted to say Devon sweat and crash into people. Yeah, GB, you do that. You crashed into Ben. Like, the bro left you so much room on the inside, and you just crashed into him. Right. Let's look. Okay, so AI will be running wing-wise 23-23. For me, it's multiple reasons. I'm not leaving Creator Series. I haven't made that decision yet. I'm just kind of seeing how this season goes. For me, it's multiple things. I get FOMO, and that's why I kind of have been taken apart so many, even though I've not necessarily been as happy with it. So I get FOMO massively when I'm not a part of it. But I think it could be good just to, like, take a step away. Not retire and say I'm never coming back, but just say I'm on a sabbatical for now. Because it doesn't have that sort of fun vibe aspect. I can get that when I just jump in the VC during the week. Like, we can just hang out and have fun like that now. I'm doing 5-6 days now of live streams, because I've now moved my Thursday morning stream to a Friday because Tom isn't live, so it means I get that sort of free space to myself. But I'm currently doing iRacing on a Thursday night, 2 streams on a Saturday. That's a lot of streaming, and it doesn't really leave me a lot of time to be creative. I want to make YouTube videos and stuff like that, and freeing up my complete whole Saturday allows me just to kind of have another time of day to sort of focus on stuff like that and do collaborations instead, or plan those sort of things. But in terms of the actual series itself, for me personally, every single race this season, bar I'd say the first half of Spa, and I'd take Spa out of this because Spa was completely my fault, and there was a reason for it, for why I had a bad race, right? It was because I made a really bad strategy call. But the first half of the race was actually really fun and entertaining, and I felt a part of it for the first time this season. Whereas, for every race so far this season, I've either been by myself, with no one around me, having to really push to hunt somebody down to try and make content, and have a story in that race, like a Baku, for example, where I'm hunting down Scotty at the end. Or I'm just about hanging on to the back of the DRS train, like with Britain Reverse. I was on the back of Tom, Fabio, and then it was me on that DRS train. But I didn't have the pace to close up. I was just about holding on about 0.8 of a second. But I didn't have that extra pace to be like, okay, I can go and attack. And for me, it's just not interesting. And then I do my community races on a Sunday, and I really enjoy myself. And it's not because I'm fighting for wins or anything like that. I don't care about the end result. I don't care that I haven't even won a race in my community races this week. But it's just being there. It's racing with people, and it's having interesting content that I make. And that for me is, as this is my job, is a better value of my time than doing a Creator Series race where I'm not really collaborating with other creators because I never see them. We never talk to each other during the races, so there's no collaboration. Whereas I'd much rather make a video, call up GB and just be like, hey, I've got this video idea, would you like to get involved? Yeah, sure, okay. And we're both in a VC call, maybe with a few other creators as well, and we make a bespoke piece of content that is us collaborating together. I'd much rather spend my time doing something like that and planning something like that now than jumping in a Creator Series race where people just drive for pride and for ego, and take it way too seriously, that a bad result gets them really, really angry. And I've been a part of that, you know. I was a little bitch to Zafso when we made contact. I didn't shout and swear at him, for sure, because I wouldn't want to do that over the VC. I was disappointed, and I let him know that, and I think that did affect him, and I did feel really bad for it, even though he, you know, ruined my race in that sense. But, like, it's very mentally draining. It is. And people question on my streams, be like, how is your heart rate at 180? Like, that's crazy. Because that's the sort of effort that I'm having to put in just to keep up with the ability. And that's, you know, womp, you're just slow, get faster. I don't need to get faster for my content. That's not what sort of content creator that I am. I am a content creator who just wants to entertain. That's what I want to do. I don't care if I'm the fastest. that doesn't cater to me. I'm not bothered by that. I just want to jump on a stream, have you guys in the chat, engage with you all, which I can't do during Creator Series because I have to be so locked in. So I barely talk to you lot during the races, and I just want to entertain you guys, and I can't do that. I just feel like I can't, and I don't do that through Creator Series because I'm around nobody. I'm having to focus and drive flat out where, you know, there's a lot of blood. That's why my heart is so high. It's because the blood is pumping to my brain because I'm full focus, just trying to stay with a driver ahead of me and just trying to stay in the DRS to have a driver around me. And at the end of the day, when the fun stops, stop. And maybe the fun has stopped. So we'll see. We've got 4 races left to go, and I will complete the season. Because I'm a data man, okay? I said earlier, I'm terrible with words. I'm terrible with emotions. But what I am good at is numbers and looking over data. And I'll look over the data. And I'll see how I feel about how the numbers are doing. And the facts of the series. And I will weigh them all together. And I will sort out. Is it affecting my mental health? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say it affects my mental health. I don't come away from a Creator Series race feeling like, oh, do you know what? I feel depressed after that, or this or that, however. Yeah, okay, I was upset on Saturday, but that was mainly personal because I thought I had a really good chance of getting a top 5, and I messed up myself. And I was upset with myself for not listening to you guys in the chat and having to sort of rely on another driver and be like, oh, please ask this one, like, instead of just doing what we usually do, where I go, what should we do here, chat? You tell me, this, that, the other. And I should have done that. Or just backed my own instincts, and both times gone with what I wanted to do, rather than doubting myself. That's where I felt disappointed. But I wouldn't say it affects my mental health. I wouldn't say I feel depressed about it or anything like that. I just feel like it's a waste of time sometimes. That's what I would say. Anyway. I always need a hug, Mum. Yeah, it is worse than I am away from family. But that's a whole different thing. But in terms of Creator Series, I think if I didn't do it, I'm now at a place, I think for F1 24, I only did Creator Series. And if Creator Series would be gone, then I wouldn't be making any content, right? Whereas now, I've managed to take my mindset of being like, Creator Series isn't your be-all and end-all. You've got other content, go and do other content. And I've got to a place now where the other content is doing well, which helps the Creator Series stuff. Don't get me wrong, I still do about 140 average live viewers during a Creator Series race, which is really decent compared to where it used to be a year ago. But yeah, when the fun stops, stop. And I will see over the last 4 races, am I having fun? Am I not having fun? And we will decide from there, pretty much. Right. Waffle over. We're already half an hour into the stream, so I think it's time to just pack it up, shut it up. We can talk about this another day. Take the positives. You just beat me on Sunday. I did. Where did you finish on Sunday, Brad? I don't actually remember where you finished. Where did you finish on Sunday? I think it's an important conversation to have, and an important conversation to have with all of you in chat too, because at the end of the day, I want to know how you guys feel about the content. But I do notice that there's a lot less of you active for a Creator Series race. Well, still 6k likes, so still good. We got 6k likes on the streams already. Damn. Yeah, I noticed that a lot of you aren't in the... And I'm not blaming you. That's not me calling anybody out or saying, why are you not here? You should be watching every piece of my content. Hey, we've all got lives. We do other stuff. But I would say that Creator Series is probably a less interesting piece of content for me because there's not much really that I have going on, if that makes sense. And I think you'd all agree. I think if you were to rank the different pieces of content I do, so for live streams, we've got career mode as one. We've got Creator Series F1, Creator Series iRacing, and Sunday community races, right? Sunday races with viewers. If you were to rank those 4, and I'd like you to do this in chat if you can, right? If you can do this in chat, rate those 4 in order. Which ones are your favorite to least favorite pieces of content that I do on live stream? So we've got career mode, Creator Series F1, Creator Series iRacing, and Sunday races with viewers. Rank those 4 pieces of content for me if you can in chat, And I think I already know where the answer will be. Whilst I put on the setup that you aren't allowed to see, because it's from VSE Setups, and Alex Gillen will come over, get his sausage out, and I don't mean that kind of sausage, listen, and he will cross my face, right, that sounded weird, like, you know what I mean an actual sausage, okay, I don't mean that. Like, I probably 1, 4, 2, 3. Like, what do we? I don't. GB, I've already forgotten which order I put that. 1 community championship, 2 career mode, 3 iRacing, 4 CS. So even iRacing is above F1. That is crazy. That is crazy. AG sausage. What a morning. What a morning that would be. To be fair. Right. So setup wise, there's a wing gap of. How big is that wing gap? 4, 7. Okay. So let's. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should kind of keep me even with the AI while still having the wing gap. So I'm going to stay with that. The setup, I think, has changed slightly. So let's adjust accordingly. VSE coming in with the goods and updating the setups, which I always love to see when the setup shops. Keep them up to date, because things chop and change. It's always not good just to sort of leave it for the whole season. Okay. Rear tires, let's take it down to there. As you should have chose. Oh, no, yes, I should have done. I fully agree. I should have chose some different words. Okay, it was. I kind of dug myself in a hole, and then I just kept on digging, chat. I kept on digging. Right, track acclimatization. As I said, we have waffled for too long. Career mode is the best one. Do you ever do racing that's not F1? So we do iRacing. That's on a Thursday night. We have got a endurance race at Sebring on Thursday that I'm looking forward to, and yeah, it's gonna be good fun. Is Japanese Super Formula better than F1 in general? I wouldn't know. I've driven it, but I haven't, not in real life, obviously, on iRacing. But I haven't done it. Career mode racing, career mode number 1, race with viewers 2, Create Series 3, can't rank Create Series iRacing because there's only been 1. That's fair. That is fair. So yeah, I mean, for me, it wouldn't be a loss if I left Create Series. That's reassuring to know. Because I'd always thought before I had to be in part of Create Series to kind of stay relevant. But I think instead, I've gone and built myself a little great community with all of you lot from, you know, F125 coming out. Right, it's stream 5 days a week in the morning and just enjoy it. Enjoy the company. And I think we've got a good thing going. So yeah, I will deliberate over the last 4 races. That's where we're going to leave it. Thank you very much for listening to my ramble. I'm glad to know that a few of you guys agree. And it's nice to know that you guys just want the best for me, which is really, really nice and reassuring. So I do appreciate that. Right, let's get into the one and only practice session for Brazil ahead of the sprint race. And get the track acclimatization done, chat. Get the track acclimatization done. And we'll see what we can do. What do we think, chat, of the Belgian Grand Prix? Let's have a ranking out of 5. The Belgian Grand Prix race. What do we think about it? What do we think about it? What's our rating? I'm going to let you guys get your ones in before I give mine, because I know some of you, know, I'm an influencer, and I'm a great role model to every one of you out there, and I feel like, it could just influence your result if I say how I feel. So I'll say mine last. Someone humble me. Someone needs to humble me. I need to have a crash. I need to be humbled. Mid. Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying it was mid. 3s and 2s all round, really. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair, chat. What did I think? What did I think of Brazil? Have we done it? 455. Did we do it? I don't know if we did purple. I think we did purple. Hey, Libassi, thank you very much for the raid. It was a bit dull, I think. Like, I'm going to get cancelled for saying this, right? I'm going to get cancelled for saying this, clearly, but we got to stop being pussies about the wet, honestly. We got to stop being pussies about the wet. We cannot keep on waiting until it's bone dry until we go racing. Otherwise, we just got to say, just get rid of the wets and the intermediates. And we just run when it's dry. Like, no. This it's too far. I do understand visibility. Yes, I agree. And these cars suck because of the ground effect. And it sucks the water off the ground and it chucks it up in the air. And it makes visibility worse. I fully agree with that, okay? There are stages in which the visibility is too bad. But that is the problem with the cars. You've got to sort those cars out, all right? Clearly, you've then got to look at ground effect, and now they've said no more ground effect. So hopefully that's going to sort that sort of part of things. But if the wet tyres are useless because they're not in tyre blankets, sort that out, okay? Sort that out. At the end of the day, right, they take away the tyre blankets for energy reservation and saving the planet sort of thing, all right? Cutting down on the carbon footprint. But if you're going to Belgium and travelling a whole circus to Belgium, not to do a race because it was too wet for you, because you can't run the wet tyres anymore, that's a lot of carbon wasted, isn't it? For no reason. So, like, why don't we just sort out the wet tyres, sort out the ground effect, and then we'd at least have less visibility. And when it does get to monsoon conditions, like we've had before, we've had it in the past. I think of Malaysia, what was it, 2011, was it? Malaysia 2011, 2012? I think it was 2011. Where it was, yeah, that got red flag. No, it was 2009. 2009, yes, because Button won that, and he got half points. That's fair enough, all right? It was way too wet for that. It was like rivers everywhere. Oh, sure. But if we can go running on wet tyres, all right, we can go running on wet tyres. And the problem when you're listening to all the drivers is that, of course, the McLaren drivers at the front are going to say, oh, no, it's far too wet to go racing. Lando Norris is going to be like, yeah, we can't go racing. I don't want any risk when I'm in P1. I want to be P1 in the dry. And I completely understand that. I'm not calling him out for shit for that because, you know what? I respect it. That's what you're going to do. You want to help yourself win any way possible. But, like, come on now. Come on. You could have gone racing. They could have gone racing. The wet tyres are useless, and they need to sort that. They need to sort that out. Flying lap. I'm deliberating on what to do. Exactly. Just get out there and race. If you're just waiting for it to dry, there's no point getting excited over wet races anymore. You used to love a wet race. They used to be about, 2 to 3 per season sometimes. They were very, very rare. I think we've got quite a few this season. In all fairness. Where it has rained at some point during a race weekend. But most of the time, I've had seasons where we'd had like 2 or 3, and then you get a wet race and be like, oh my god, it's so exciting. Now it's like, oh, there's a wet race. Is it going to even start? Are we even going to get a race today? That is so dull. That's such a terrible way to have a sport. That if it just rains, it's over. Right? We're better than that. We're better than that. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Anyway, let's try to do this. Certain cars had to start in the pit lane for virtually no reason. Yeah. I completely disagree. What do you disagree with, Brad? Right, I need to get the goal here. It should be faster on the straight. That's nice. He turned in for that corner. That's good. What do you think, chat? Is F1 too soft these days? Is F1 too soft? I think everyone agrees that wet races are just useless now. They're not exciting. They add no difference. Right, how are we so slow? Right, we're gonna have to retry practice program. I only agree with that Belgium, especially after someone died there a few years ago in F2. Yeah, but Hubert died in the dry. It wasn't the wet. I agree with the junior driver, though I think it was Formula Regional, or it was F4. Yeah, visibility was great, and that shouldn't have been run at that time. All right, the visibility was bad, but that is the problem with junior categories, and there is less. What's the word? I don't know what the word is. Diligence, maybe. They shouldn't have sent them out running in that. And in F1, I agree, that was way too wet, and it was completely blind, right? Hubert was in the dry, and that was just a really unfortunate accident where one driver makes a mistake, it goes into the barrier. The crash structure of the F2 car did its job and took the damage, but he got hit in the same place where that crash structure had already done its job, and therefore it could no longer do the job. It wasn't affected by rain, and I think there's plenty of times where we just need to kind of trust the drivers that are out there. Like, some of the battles, and maybe I'm an old man now. Maybe that's the problem. I'm an old man. But it gets brought up all the time. The Fuji battle between Robert Kubica and Felipe Massa. Those two are going hammer and blows every corner, right? It is a dirty battle. No ethical will was shown in the making of that battle. But that's in the wet, and that is two drivers in the wet going for it and having racing and being trusted to race. Nowadays, they would have been sat in the pit lane, twiddling their thumbs, wondering, are we even going to get this race underway? F1 is a dangerous sport, and F1 does need to make sure that it keeps safety as its #1 priority. But how far is too far when you just bubble wrap everything and you don't get to live your life? You don't go outside because you're scared of something. Alright? Shock incidents have happened before, and they will probably happen again. And we will hopefully come out of those shock incidents saying, okay, damn, that driver's lucky. And thank God for the safety structure we have. You know, when you look at stuff like Grosjean, and you look at stuff like Hamilton, Verstappen in Monza, and Verstappen in Silverstone, and you go, damn, that's a scary one. But you know what? Thank God for the safety structures we have nowadays to be able to withstand that. And I think we need to put a little bit more trust in those, and in the driver's abilities in the wet. And I think we've gone too far, I think. And I don't think it's necessarily too much a problem if we fix the tyres and we fix the and we get rid of ground effect, which is happening. With the trees and Eau Rouge, you can't take the risk at Spa. What do you mean with the trees? Are you meaning in case a driver flies out of the track? I mean, I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. But then, you know, that's the thing. Ah! Stop spinning. That's the thing with F1. You don't really know things are going to happen until they happen, really. Trees hold the water, which makes the spray worse. Nah, surely you're waffling there. Surely that's not a thing, right? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Surely that's not a thing. Trees holding the water makes the spray worse. How does that work? The spray comes off the ground, off the trees. Is that an actual thing? Is that an actual thing, chat? Or is that waffle? Someone validate that in the chat. Come on. Someone fact check that one. No, I agree, Smidge Bomb. And those were conditions that were far too dangerous. I'm not saying drive in all conditions. I'm not saying drive in monsoon. And I think with junior categories like that, I think they are a lot less, because their careers are on the line. They just want to go racing. None of the drivers will say, no, we can't go racing. None of the drivers will challenge the track officials on going racing, because their careers can gain from it. All right, they can gain in the wet. Other drivers can crash and they can gain positions, and therefore they can help themselves in their career. And that's just and they're young. Of course, they don't assess risk because they're young. Because when you're young, you think you're invincible. You think you can't be broken. I think referring to F4 and a crash that happened in F4 or Formula Regional, whatever it was, has relevance, but also is irrelevant at the same time, because Formula 1 has a lot more in place, safety-wise and with drivers and with marshals and stuff like that compared to the junior categories. So no, I'm not saying that when we have conditions as bad as that day, Delano had his incident, that we should just go racing at all of those. You know, I don't care. Even if there's rivers on tracks, we go racing. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we've gone too far. We've gone too far to the point that we only race now when it is going to dry. We had wet weather for, what, 7 laps? 7 laps? And then it was dry for the rest of it. And it just became boring. You know, it just became boring. Those first 7 laps were entertaining. Had Lewis Hamilton going through the field, making overtakes. You know, we had Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen very close to each other. But then it just got to a stage where, yeah, drivers weren't really close to really racing with each other in the dry. It was just a bit boring. It was just a bit boring. Fuel management, we can do fuel management. We can do that one. It takes longer for the water to reach the track as the leaves intercept the water. Surely that would make the spray better, right? Because then there's less water on the track. Because the trees have stopped it. I don't know. I feel like it's waffle. I don't think trees affect spray. Thanks to Perplexity AI, the forest cover and hilly terrain trapped moisture and rain within the area, making spray linger in the air rather than disperse quickly. Nah, Perplexity AI. We don't trust AI. We don't trust AI here. This is Brazil. Finjack, thank you for the follow. And Lego Master as well. Thank you for the follow. A lot of you guys, I'm surprised you're still here listening to my waffle. People seem to be waffling. Jonas, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome in. Hey, look, if you think that F1 is fine and we should just race in that weather that we did, and we should always just wait till the dry, then that's your opinion, all right? I think you're completely wrong, and but that is your opinion, all right? You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm not going to fight you against it. However, I just don't feel like we should just wait till it's dry. In that case, just get rid of the wets. Get rid of the wet tyres. We don't need wet tyres anymore. Intermediates, we'll have them just in case there's a little sprinkling, but any more than anything that causes any spray, yeah, get them back in the box, and don't bother doing a lap, because we don't want that. We don't want any wet running. We want it as dry as possible for races only. That's just the way it feels like at the moment. Go, go, go. Can we beat the goal? Come on. Yeah, we're going to do it. That's fine. We won't get purple, though, but that's fine. There's still resource points. I'm happy with that. Full wets are a myth. Exactly. Get rid of inters would make things more interesting with the crossover. No, because it wouldn't. It wouldn't. That would be a complete red flag, Shells. Because the problem is, the wet tyres are useless. It's not that wet tyres are just slower, or they're too dangerous. It's just they don't work. They don't have tyre blankets. So you go out on a wet tyre, on a cold wet tyre, on a wet surface, you're just going to find no grip already on a surface that has no grip. So therefore the wet tyre just doesn't work because there's no tyre blankets. It needs to be warm so it's malleable so it can stick to the tarmac through the tread and cut through the water. Whereas now it cuts through the water, but it just kind of skates on the surface. It doesn't really have any grip. When is the next Create Series race? Every Saturday. Right. I'm happy with that. Let's retire from session. Oh, there we go. If someone aquaplanes at Radeon and causes a pile-up, would that change your mind? And it is a fair point. It is a fair point, but that's not putting trust in the drivers. That's not putting trust in our drivers. And we had a pile-up in W Series. I don't know if you remember, there was a big pile-up at Radeon in W Series. The problem with the F2 one as well, and it's bad to say, but it is the truth, is that drivers were driving way too fast under a yellow flag. And yes, okay, it's a blind corner. You can't see what's coming up the road. But there was a yellow flag and there were drivers that did not slow down as much as they should have done for it. And that, unfortunately, was what happened that day. Whereas if... And again, it's junior categories. Because you have your career on the line. So if you can just, you know, delay when you slow down and maybe gain an extra few places because somebody else backs off... because they wouldn't penalise something like that. Because if there's something happening so quickly, you need to back off. You can gain little bits here and there. I mean, we see it in online racing all the time. When a virtual safety car comes out, people always just push that little bit extra, just to try and see if they can gain an extra place until the game fully snaps into place. What positions people were in.
Until next time, goodbye.
But you're not trusting our drivers then that they are the 20 best in the world. You're saying we can't go in the wet because one of our drivers will crash. And changes were made to Eau Rouge and Radeon to stop and prevent the cars bouncing back on track by making it wider. 2021 W Series? Maybe. 2021 W Series. Yeah, because I'm talking about the pile-up that Eau Rouge Radeon. There was a pile-up at Eau Rouge Radeon. Am I a full-time sim racer? Yes. Have you won any Creator Series race? And before Creator Series properly started, it was called Choco League. We founded it there, and I won the first race. And then after someone else got disqualified, I won another one. Brad, look, I'm not saying that we need to go running in monsoon conditions, all right? I think you're either one end of the spectrum or the other. That you can be in the middle. You can say monsoon conditions and rivers are a problem, okay, because of aquaplaning. That is an issue. That's a separate issue, all right? But waiting until the track has dry patches so you can run intermediates for 5 laps before you go to dries, that is an issue. That is too far the other way. That is where you have gone and been too much of a pussy, all right, when it comes to wet weather racing. That is the issue. My issue is not that we don't drive in monsoon conditions. I'm glad that we don't drive in monsoon conditions, and I'm glad that when there's rivers on the track, we aren't racing. But when when we have to wait till the track is bone dry, that is stupid. That is stupid. Hello. Oh, I love you. And we're too far. We've gone too far. We're too woke in Formula 1 now. Not that. It's too cautious. Too cautious. Too cautious. It's not only a Spa issue though. No, it's not. Because we see it on so many other circuits where we don't go running because of wet weather. It's supposed to rain in Hungary. Let's see. Hey, let's see if it gets delayed. Right. Enough waffle now, finally, chat, because it is literally 11. We've waffled for an hour and done one practice session of 100% race weekend. I should have just done a normal race weekend. This is a 100% race weekend.
Showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying.
That's the track. If it's not raceable, it's a track issue. No, it's not. It's not. I'm telling you right now, it's down to wet weather tyres. You guys need to look into the research of the wet weather tyres and understand why they cannot be used. And if we can't use wet weather tyres, then that is a big issue. Because what is the point of having them there? Olive, King of Cop, thank you for the follow. iRacing Max Norman, thank you for the follow as well. Apuka as well. Right. I don't live in the UK, I live in the Netherlands, so it is 11 o'clock for me. Yes. Let's get into sprint qualifying number 1. As always, we're just going to go out for... I'm going to go out for 2 laps. I'm going to fuel up for 2 laps. It's about a 1 minute 15 lap time. So that is 2 minutes 30. So let's go out with 3 minutes remaining. And we go for 2 laps. 3 minutes. And away we go, chat. Let's drive out. Let's see what we can do. Is this a creator team or driver? This is driver career mode. Driver career mode. Happy birthday, Olive. Chat, let's get your predictions in the chat. Where do you think we are going to qualify in the sprint qualifying? Really fun pastime on stream. You feel like insulting Fabio for 10 minutes. Oh, give it to me. Ah! Right, listen, okay. Fabio will now have a chance to insult me. listen, okay? This is why you pay attention, chat. This is why you have to pay attention. Do I want to insult Fabio on stream? Yes. I'm gonna insult that boy. Nah, we do love Fabio. We love to tease Fabio, but deep down it's all love. Ajuriko, thank you for the follow. Kareem, welcome into the stream. How are you doing, sir? What's your thoughts on introducing tyre covers to minimise the spray? It doesn't work because the spray is not necessarily caused by the tyres. It's caused by the ground effect cars. We have always had spray in Formula 1, but it hasn't been as bad as it is right now. Right, Flitter says P1, Tam says P7. What else are we saying in the chat? Ang says P2, Darklight says P5, Leonard P7, Mert P4. Am I doing my team this year? Maybe. Maybe we'll do my team. Well, we want to build into that story. We'll see. We'll see. Right, we're going to keep it in hot lap. We're going to go for this lap on the mediums. We've got another lap that we'll get in a minute. Why is are my shifts delayed again? I don't know. I need to watch this. Are my shifts delayed? Yeah. What's going on with my wheel? This was happening the other day in the community race. What is happening with my steering wheel? Did we see that? I'm spamming it down. It doesn't like it. New gearbox? Nah, it's not the gearbox. It's not the game. It's not a game issue. That's my wheel. Yeah, and again, over revving. I don't know if I have to be firmer with the shifts. Maybe it's the wheel faceplate. I'm not sure, chat. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're trying to just drive through the issue. It's something I'll have to look at off stream. Maybe get in touch with a wheel face supplier and be like, hey, you want to work together? I need a new one. Prediction is up. Get your predictions in the chat if you haven't already done so, and also in the predictions as well on the Twitch chat. Calstor Cedar, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, that was nearly into the pit lane. Okay, box. P13. No, we don't need to box. What am I on about? I've got 69% battery. That should be fine. Let's use some battery. I've already gained 3 temps, not just from the battery. That's probably mainly also from the gears actually working, which is always useful, chat. A little bit of advice. Gears are helpful. Gears are helpful. Good morning, Doctor. How are you doing? How are you doing today, sir? Good to see you in the stream. Oh, I've got the battery accidentally still turned on. You've missed a big waffle. You've missed a big waffle earlier, Doc. We've had a big rambles about so far today. Creator series, and do I want to still continue to take part? Is this going to be my last season for a bit of time? Deliberating that. Also, F1. No, shift up! Come on! F1 being wimps when it comes to wet weather, and how the wet tyres are useless, and the ground effect cars just cause way too much spray. Cross the line though, and we are 6th. I would take that with gear issue 7th. Why the new info 7th with gear issue 7th? What do you mean? I don't think it's just 7th. It's something on my wheel. Hang on. We can do the age old. Hang on a minute. Anybody who... Anyone who's got an old school like Nintendo or something like that, at the end of the day, when something's not working, there's an easy fix to always doing. It will guarantee fix it. You blow on it. And that now, chat, that now will have fixed any issue I've ever had on this wheel. Will you be doing this after you finish this season? Yes, we will be carrying on. Blow it like it's GoldenEye 64. Exactly. Exactly. I have the N64. What is my opinion on Tom? I love Tom. It is sad that he is deciding to retire and has already retired from Creator Series, but I completely understand everything he's saying. I completely understand all that he's saying, and I share his thoughts as well, which is why I deliberate it myself.
That's it
How
for
many
sprint
buttons do you have to use on the
20
wheel?
more coming up over the rest
I don't
of
have
the
to use
weekend.
that many, to be
So
fair.
we'll
I
see
like
you
my
all
racing quite
tomorrow.
simple. I'm more old school, you know. Give me a more 1990s wheel where there's less buttons. Trey Howe, thank you for the follow, and Goggins as well. Welcome in. Right. P6, George Russell on pole. Where's Charles Leclerc? He's P7. So both of us still in the fight. Makes things interesting. Hopefully, that has fixed my wheel chat and I have less issues now, but we will have to wait and see. I saw Fantastic Four yesterday. Great film. I really enjoyed it as well. Yeah, I would say it's fantastic. Agreed. How do you get Apex GP in? Because I have the Champions Edition or the Iconic Edition, and you can do that. Right, let's go, chat. 18k likes. Let's go, Dark Light. Let's go. Let's fast forward to the end of qualifying. I'm only going to do one lap. I've got one set of medium tires, so let's just do one lap in the qualifying. Go out about 2 minutes remaining. And away we go, chat. Away we go. Only going to do the one lap this time.
Guys, everyone be aware, the car's
Only going to do the one lap this time. Where were your predictions? Let me see. We have got Sean said P6, Charlie said P2, Sampin says DNF, Ang says P2, Dark Light says P5, Lukey P3, Mr. Turd says P4, Car Spotting P5. Let's go. Let's go, Sultan. I agree, let's go. 1 minute 40 remaining on the clock. Let's see what we can do. One lap is all that's needed, exactly. Shannon Bullock says P2. Let's take that out. Britzy says P1. What else are we saying? Twitch, where are you? What are you saying? Twitch, come on. I see you in the chat. Where's your predictions? Come on. Bold says P4. One lap is all that needed. I know, Fitter. You've said. Bogdan says P5. DC says through goes Gullis. Crazy Casper says P3. OR, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in.
Okay,
if you are new around here, chat, make sure you hit that follow button. My stream schedule is up for the week. We're going to be live 6 days a week this week. From now on, all the way till Sunday, we will have a live stream. So that is more reason for you to follow. So you never have to miss a live stream from me. We're live, obviously, today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So make sure you hit that follow button. Let's go. See what we can do. Let's see what we can do. I don't know, Dino Big. I don't know. P2, fight for P1. Yes, we will try. Although our teammate being P1 is not a bad thing. It's going to help us try and secure the Constructors' Championship. That's what we're here for, chat. Can we secure our first Constructors? Charles Leclerc in the drop zone. My championship rival, not in a good position right now, chat. Down in P15. Both of us 15th and 16th at the moment. I think they're coming round to cross the line. And they will shoot up the order. Oh, no, that's deep. That's not good. That's not good. I'm good, Jack. How are you doing? Push on the battery. Come on. Just need to scrape through. I don't need to bother about being the fastest in this session. I just want to scrape through to give me a chance, chat. Come on. Smash coming in with the 5 gifted subs. Will that be the extra speed that I need to get myself into Q3? And yes, it is. It's P6, and that is all because Smash came in, dropped the 5 gifted subs. That gave me some extra brake horsepower, and they have helped me hit my sub goal for the day. So thank you very much, Smash, you absolute legend. Turned out I stayed in Europe. Yes, that is what we like to see, Smash. You can get to enjoy your holiday even longer. Charles is out. We knocked out Charles Leclerc. We knocked out my championship rival, Charles Leclerc. Yes. Okay, we can wrap up the championship this weekend, chat. We can wrap up the championship this weekend. Smash, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs again. That's 68 total on the channel. As things are looking, you are the top gifter of the month, and you're going to be taking that VIP role away from That's Cooking for the rest of the month. F1 Max, EC, Dead Star Gummin, Bot, and XXXF1. Make sure you say a big thank you for the gifted sub on the stream. Okay, so we've knocked out Charles Leclerc. That is good. We are very happy with that, chat. Tomorrow, I'm going back to Dubai at late night. Nice. Have you enjoyed it, Smash? Have you enjoyed it? Have you enjoyed your time in Europe? Right, we get to use soft tires now. Once again, we will just wait till the end of the session, chat. How many points are we ahead of Scholl? 25 points. Obviously, I'm now in Vienna. Nice. What have you been up to? What's obviously been your highlights? Smash. How many points you... Yeah, so we're 25 points ahead. Walking emoji. Okay. Let's get on track. Drive out. Let's do this. Whilst we're here, we will set a new... We might as well just set a new sub-goal. Smash has beaten that one. It's annoying that you can't, like, add 5 on. I would like to add 5 on for the day, if I can do that. I'll have a look. Maybe I can. I've never seen a country more beautiful than Austria. I can imagine it's very different to Dubai. Because, obviously, Dubai is a very built-up city. But also a lot of kind of, you know, the backdrop is sand and dust, really, isn't it, in Dubai? I've not been, but I have been to Abu Dhabi. And, yeah. Whilst they're nice, it is very different. And then, obviously, you've got Austria, which is picturesque mountains and hillside backdrop. So I can imagine it's very different. George, teammate, you go past. Go past, teammate. Go, George. What are we doing here, guys? Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Okay, we good? We good, guys? We good? Okay. Hey, just saying, but if you did a non-British bias prediction for Silverstone, you'd be closer to the front in our Discord prediction championship. I know. But of course, we got to bring out the British bias at the British Grand Prix. Right, chat, let's see what we can do in this qualifying session. Do you think we can get pole position? 1 in the chat if you believe that we can get pole. 2 in the chat if you don't. I drove my car around Monaco. I mean, that is a highlight. That is a highlight. 1 in the chat if you believe that we can get pole position. 2 if you do not. Oh my god, we nearly dunked into the wall. Oh. Grass on tyres. Grass on tyres. That's not the way to start the lap. Grassy tyres. Okay, chat, let's go. Let's go, chat. We actually don't need to burn the battery too much. Because it's such a long straight and such a short run between the line and turn 1. We don't really need that extra top-end speed. I'll save the battery for later around the lap. Oh, God, we are braking very, very early compared to an online car through there. That's crazy. Go. Push. 21 seconds left on the clock. That's not going to affect us at all. Nice turn in there. I'm getting to grips with this this upgraded Mercedes once again around this circuit that we can almost take that corner flat. That's how crazy it is, chat. It's got the aerodynamic performance. Shift down! Come on, I wanted third there. Come on. Push. Push. Oh, that's wide. All of the battery, everything we've got. It was such a dirty lap. It was looking good in the first part, but the second part of the lap just very, very dirty. Not clean at all. We come down to the line, though, and it is going to be good enough for, I think, P7, chat. I think P7 for the race. The wheel sounds like it's on its way out. I don't know really what's so wrong with it. It's just not registering the downshifts. I think the upshifts are fine, but I'm really not sure what is going wrong with the wheel. Whether we're just overworking it or what. But I'll take a P7. It's in the points. We're right behind our teammate. No, we're not. We're 4 tenths down our teammate. But regardless, we are in the same position as our teammate. And our championship rival, Charles Leclerc, is behind us. And that's really the important thing. Carlos Sainz needs to win both races and the sprint race and hope that we don't finish any of those races and he will get in this championship. So we will see. What has been your favorite race in the season? What, real life or this? I have a problem that at the start of the race, F125, it's looking back and sideways and then looking forward again. Does anyone know what caused this? I think that is also your wheel being calibrated wrong. I called it. I said P7, let's go Tam. What was it that Devon Butler said? A shoddy toolsman always blames his equipment. I mean, look, I didn't blame the wheel for the position. I just said our wheel is broken. I mean, we're still putting in P7 with a broken wheel. Like, that's just how good I am. I'm just that good. Right. Let's get into the sprint then, chat. It's going to be a short race. It's going to be dry throughout. But let's get your predictions in the chat. Where do you think we are going to finish in this race, chat? Where do you think we are going to finish? We start P7 on the grid. Where do you think we are going to finish? Software issue or panel micro switch? We are live right now, yes, on Twitch. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Kick. Feel free to watch on whatever platform you want to. Follow as well on the platform you're watching. Ghost Dragon, Martin, thank you for the follow. We do read most of the chats, just not Kick. So feel free to stay as well. Sidekick, thank you for the follow. Howard says P1. Shannon says they're going to go, so see you later. Have a good rest of your day, but they do say a P3, so let's try and do it. Howard P1, Flitter P1, Kieran P5, Scott P4, Harry the Goat P4, Tam P3, Barely, Just Little Toxic says P3, Leo Leeds says P6, Smash P4, Crazy Casper P5, LXVI, thank you for the follow. Billy says P5, James says P4, Bean P4, O P3, Reese P5, Darklight 8 with issues. Fifth if he can fix it. Man City P6, Daniel P5, James P4, Andrew and Billy, thank you for the follows. Gary, thank you for the follow as well. LH, ELH says P3, Smirk says P1. Zalia, welcome into the stream, Mr. Alex. How are you doing? Stan says P3. Toby says P3. Sam says P3. Bobby P4, Hayden P3, Noah P12, ER7, thank you for the follow. Where is my, thank you for the follow. Vex P3 to 5, Car P1, Nellis says P4, Kieran says P4, Brandon P3, Michelle, yes, we're just doing Brazil today, we've got 2 races at Brazil, Tornado Kane says P2, Clark's Crew says P1, all good, Horda Morgan to you, Zayla, Toby and Studs, thank you for the follows, Giggleman says P2. Right, let's take a look at the race strategy for today, and of course, it's only really starting on the medium tyres. I probably should have looked at running harder, could have been better, I'm not too sure, but our tyre wear is worse. So that is going to be fine, though, on the medium tyres, chat. That is what we're going to be running. So let's get into the race. Let's get into our Brazilian Grand Prix with the formation lap, first of all. We line up P7, George Russell in P6. No penalties for any driver in the sprint race. I wonder if they'll be taking them. Does the sprint race decide your race position? No, it does not. Not anymore. We do it separate. Qualifying for that. You called me Footy a month ago. Do you remember when I sideswiped you in an open lobby on Monza? Thankfully for you, I do not remember that. Can I get a shout out? Of course you can, Harry the Goat. Of course you can. Right, no rain expected. That is good. I'm not going to put that into medium because I always mess that up. But we will look at trying our best to warm up tyres, which they look pretty good at the moment, chat. Tyre warm up does look good at the moment. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do, chat. Oh, I've just taken out the 100-meter board. That's not good. Serena, good morning to you. DRM, welcome into the stream. Quickly, before we get running, chat, make sure you hit that follow button. We are live 6 days this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you have not already hit that follow button, follow the stream so you never have to miss when we go live. We are live right now, and as always, across 4 different platforms. We've got 2 streams on YouTube, a vertical and a horizontal. If you're watching on the vertical stream and you want to watch horizontally, just go to my channel. You will find it there on my channel homepage to find the horizontal stream. We're live on Twitch, we're live on TikTok, and we are live on Kick. I've got all of my chats up so I can see each and every single individual in the stream. So say hello, and I will say hello back before we get into this race. Kaylin, Kenny, and Jensen, thank you for the follows. Smash Potato, Stephen, thank you for the follows as well. And let's get ourselves lined up onto the grid to get this race underway. Darklight, I see you with the hello. Hello to you. Hope you are doing well. Good, sir. 0 points. Right, okay. I thought we stopped. I thought we stopped. That is not what we wanted. Your mum's is our daily toilet watcher checking in. Good morning. Enjoy your daily poo, your mum's. Right, let's get into the race then. What a way to start the race. Lights on, engines revving, and let's go racing for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Oh, a little bit of wheel spin kicking up. Can we find a way around the outside of Hulkenberg? Not really. We're going 3 wide. We've been donked by a couple of drivers. We're 4 wide right now. What are they doing? What are they doing? donking me across corners. What on earth happened there? Right, let's try to get back past Kimi Antonelli as we run down in towards turn 4. We go hard on the brakes around the outside of the... I can't shift down. Why is my car not shifting? I shifted down. It stayed in 8th, chat. It stayed in 8th. This is going to be an issue, I think, today. This is going to be our issue today. I've got to overwork the downshifting in my brain to keep an eye on what gears I'm in. As I said before, how you get good at this game, or good at driving, muscle memory plays a huge part as we dive up the inside of Nico Hulkenberg there. We're still wheel to wheel. He's going to back out of that one as we go around the outside. But muscle memory is huge. I don't count what gear I'm in. I don't look at the gear number. I look and listen to how many gear shifts I'm doing down. And just basically muscle memory of how many times I've got to pull that lever. And if it is not doing what I'm asking it to do, then we're going to be in trouble, chats. They're fighting very, very hard up ahead. That's good news for me. Will allow me to catch up. We're just inside the points right now. Charles Leclerc battling a little bit behind us. Not too far behind as Nico Hulkenberg tries to go for the overtake down into turn 4. There's a bit of a lock-up into that corner, but we're okay. Box to retire the car. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm usually bad at time management, but I did count to my engineer said, even though I was pushing all race, what should I do? Stay out longer. I mean, I think trust the strategies that they give you. But also, if you don't feel like the tyres have much... Canada's a tough one. When you get to about 20%, you do really feel the tyre drop off at 20 to 30% around that circuit. So, you've got to trust your instincts as well and how the car feels. Right, let's try and stick with Pierre Gasly here. Try and stick with him. Vertical video coming back confuses me. We used to hate on people recording vertical. It's just how you watch stuff like that. Hey, we cater to all. A good content creator caters to everybody and gives everybody the opportunity to enjoy their content. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm allowing people to enjoy it. If they want to be in vertical, they can be in vertical. But I don't just cater to vertical streams. I have other streams as well in horizontal for those guys who want horizontal and can view it that way. Jared and Ghost, hello to you. They're fighting up here again, chat. I don't know if I really have the pace to kind of stick with them, but my teammate George Russell is on the soft compounder tyres. So, that could be interesting, chat. That could be a way for us to gain an extra position in this race as Albon does move up past George. And we'll be looking to do something similar, chat. Is this the sprint? Yes, it is. 24 lap race in the sprint. It's pretty much the same as a 100% race around it for us, which we will be getting into a 100% race after this one, chat. We will have a 100% race today. How much did you pay for F125? I didn't. I got it for free. When you get to a content creator of my size, so humble, they basically give you the game to promote it. So, hey, I will not complain. I will not complain. Show off, you know it. You know it, Crazy Casper. You know it. Not judging you for it. I understand it's... So I just see it come up. Yeah, it's just the way that TikTok is and people consume things on their mobile phone. And that's the way it is. Would you switch wheels mid-race? I don't have a spare wheel, so no. I wouldn't be able to. What about that steering wheel behind you? Yeah, that's ancient, bro. That would not work on this PC. At least I don't think it will. It might, but I don't think it will. Would it? Maybe it would. I don't know. Maybe I should try it one day. Especially if I go back to playing F1 2016. Should use the wheel that I actually used. It's a lot of effort, though, to switch over wheels and pedals. It is. Is this season free? Yes, it is. Looks too nice not to work. Well, the one behind me? Nah, it's had its time. It's got its wear and tear. It's had its time. Right, sticking with these cars in front. This is good, chat. This is good. Can we get a top 5 in this race and extend my lead over my championship rival? Charles Leclerc is way down the field. He's had a terrible start to this race. The best driver on the grid. He's not showcasing that at the moment, chat. He is not out driving the car when it matters. And as it stands right now, we are in a great position to lead this championship and get further ahead, chat. Unless, of course, any engine failures come out of the woods and upset our running. If there were to be an engine failure, though, chat, I'd have it right now in this race. I wouldn't want it in the main race because there's a lot of points up for grabs in that one. But at the moment, I'm scoring 2 points. Charles Leclerc is not scoring any. So I'd still remain 25 points ahead, which would mean that I can still win it today at the Brazilian Grand Prix. We can wrap up the title today, chat. Today. How much does my wheel and pedals cost? About 1,500, I think, for the bundle. Right, here comes Nico Hülkenberg, but just burn the battery.
5/10 a lap.
Just waiting, playing the long game, chat. Playing the long game, trying to stick with these drivers. They're a little bit too fast. The best driver on the grid is driving a Merc, and it's not you. Wow. Hülkenberg has a look. We can turn in, though. And they're still fighting ahead. I think that's Albon now, who has worked their way. Look at the lead that Max Verstappen has in this race. If only he didn't have that engine issue last time out, then who knows what could have happened to Max Verstappen in this championship. Unfortunate for him, but he's got a whopping lead in this race. Is Piastri also on soft tyres? Are those tyres going to die off? Time will tell, chat. Time will tell. As we're going to stay on these medium tyres all the way to the end of this race. Thank you very much for the follows, Ozzy. And Reaper as well. Thank you for the follows. What do we reckon, chat? Can we get that top 5? 1 in the chat if you believe that we can get a top 5 in this race. 2 in the chat if you don't. 1 in the chat if you believe a top 5 is on in this race. 2 in the chat if you don't. Now you start burning my battery in places, chat. We've got a lot left over. But they are very, very fast in a straight line. We've got a lot of believers in chat. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. They're going 3 wide again down here. It just sort of keeps me in the mix. Oh, a little loss of the rear as we rode over the curb there. Hülkenberg and Ocon having their own little fight. Where is Charles Leclerc? He's finally ahead of a train now. So that could be interesting. George Russell did a good job of keeping with these drivers, but his soft tyres will not drop off yet. It will be a while before that happens, chat. It will be a while before George Russell's tyres start to drop off in this race. That was close. Bottled the finale. What do you mean we bottled the finale? No, we didn't. We won that race. It's not my fault that Verstappen just wanted a toy with us. Right, can we burn the battery and get past Gasly here? We need to start making some inroads and start working our way forwards rather than backwards. But their straight line speed is just too darn good, chat. I see Gasly vulnerable. He's a little bit away from the pack now. We can be quick through here, I think. Burn the battery. We can be quick through here. But maybe not quick enough, chat. We're not quick enough. They're going to fight, though. They're going to go 3 wide. Can I find anything? On a switchback. On Albon. Oh, we didn't make contact slightly with Albon. Gasly's still there. Still can't find a way through. Albon's now lost out 2 positions. We can lunge on the inside. No, we can't. No! Oh, that was a bottle. A little bit of contact. Nico Hülkenberg around my outside. And now we got to work our way back in, chat. Now we got to work our way back to that position. After getting involved in that battle, we're a little bit too eager. Diving to back up the inside, Nico Hülkenberg, though. Oh, a little bit of contact. We're stuck on each other. That's allowed Esteban Ocon through. What is going on in this race? What are we doing? What are we doing? We're losing positions all over the place. We are bottling. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It does not matter, chat. We are still in the lead of this championship. We still have a 25-point lead, no matter what happens. Whoever wins this race. So it's okay. It's okay. You want me to prove you wrong? About what? I don't know what you said. Let's go, let's go. Oh, all over the place on the curbs there. All over the place on the curbs. Come on. Sorry, it's a 2. Ah, okay, you want me to prove you wrong? I mean, I'm proving you right at the moment. The driving that I've just showcased there. Car very, very loose on curbs. Very twitchy. Everyone in front of knife, spin off on track. Exactly, exactly. You know it. You know it, Burger Gaming. No, not me, spin off. Stop touching grass. I've done an oopsie, chat. I've done an oopsie. That is good. That is good. That is bad. That is bad. That is bad, chat. That is really bad. We've got to come back on our hands now. Charles Leclerc, though, is only P16, chat. I don't know how Charles Leclerc is going backwards in this race. Get the engine failure out of the way now. Exactly. Engine, we need you to fail. If you're going to fail at any race, it's going to be this one. I think I kind of jinxed you. Sorry. I think you might have done. I think you said anyone above 9th, and all the game heard was anyone in 9th. Spin now. What traction are you on? We got traction off. Big lunge here. Now we go. We go aggressive, chat. We push. Let's lock in. Let's lock in, chat. Let's put it into hot lap mode, and away we go. Away we go. Leclerc's in 16th. I know, right? What a stinker he's having. We thought we were having a stinker. We've at least had spins. He's just dropping back. I don't know what's happening to Charles Leclerc in this race. But he's in no man's land. We're so loose. This car is just so loose. Maybe I need to change the wing gap for the main race. I think maybe we got a bit too much front end here. We're already catching up to this train, chat. 2.3 seconds now, the gap in hot lap mode. There's a big train. Ah, gear shifts. Stop being delayed. We're just sliding all over the place, chat. Our gear shifts are not happening, but you will catch up. Hear me, game. He will get a first podium win. Let's go. Here comes Liam Lawson back again. I don't think I'm really going to have anything to defend with, and I do not. Lawson, though, holds the... Oh! Okay, Lawson. Okay, bro. Okay, just move in the braking zone and put me on the grass. What is going on in this race today, chat? My gears are lagging. I'm spinning around. I've got no traction. And then the AI, they hold the inside line and go, nah, fuck off, mate. And just... What? Lawson, are you trying to kill me, bro? What is he doing? What is he doing? It's like listening to the Verstappen radio of all the issues. Maybe, maybe. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh, God, little slide there, but we're okay. Let's go. Let's keep pushing. Mr. Rundle, thank you for the follow. He thinks you're Checo. Now, to be fair, Lawson is a bit aggressive with everyone. What AI level are we on? 105. But you should up the difficulty. It's way too easy for you. As they say when he's down in 18th position right now. Thank you very much for the rose, Victor. Whoever subscribed on the channel, I appreciate it. Somebody subscribed, but it hasn't revealed who has subscribed because we just started our sub goal. So thank you.
Pace is strong, but
right, we are. Pace is not strong. I'm telling you this now, Mark. Our pace around here is not strong. If Charles Leclerc decides to eventually pull his finger out and figure out that he's a racing driver, then, well, you made 1 second and half a lap. We did. But then we had Liam Lawson trying to murder us. I bet they play on a much lower AI difficulty. Yeah, I think people just say, oh, if you're a content creator and you're not running 110, you suck. I'm like, I don't care, bro. I don't care. Oh, God, we just got no traction. The rear is just sliding all over the place. What is the tyre wear at? It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Right, we need to get past these drivers now, chat.
let's use overtake and burn off some of this.
What am I doing? Why is the rear locking up like that? What is going on? What is going on? Ah, we'll have to up the brake bias then, clearly. This sprint race has been the biggest disaster I have ever had in a race. Every mistake possible is just happening right now. Right, around the outside of Colapinto. Come on. I don't think you get safety cars in these races, do you? You do get red flags. Okay, I need to get past Paul Aaron. And then I have no assists. I don't run any assists. There's been a shock elf. Why? Why is it doing that? I literally look away for 2 seconds, be like, we're in 5th gear, we're fine now. And then all of a sudden, nope. You're going to get an insane amount of power from absolutely nowhere. What the hell? This car is crazy. This is why I'm leaving Mercedes, chat. This car's crazy. Up the inside of Paul Aaron. Big done. Big dive. There we go. Right, okay, we got to be aggressive. Because I wanted to be.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Oh, little slide. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I played 98 on controller. Is that good? Of course it's good. Lift and coast strap? Why? Oh my god, here comes poor Aaron. Don't cut across me. What are they doing? Don't do that. Don't cut across me, bro. Right, okay, 4 seconds. That's the gap to Lawson. Hopefully, we can drive away. We need to drive away from Paul Aaron. Get out of their window. Their DRS slot. Catch back up to Lawson. Catch back up to the next train. We got a lot of work to do in 10 laps, chat. Can we get back into the points? What if we drive like that, for fuck's sake? This car is just... what is going on with it? What is going on? It's such a little diva today. It's just got way too much power. No grip. The gear shifts are delayed. Like, does it just dislike me today? Like, what's going on? What is going on? Adjust tire pressure. Are we overheating the rears? We are. Okay. Okay, we found the issue, chat. We are overheating the rears. The tire pressures from VSE are lying to us. I suppose they're not career mode tire pressures. We need to up the tire pressures on the rear. I've got them at about 23.8. No wonder we're struggling. No wonder we're sliding so much. Our tire pressures were on fire. Or our tire temps are on fire on the rears. Okay. Okay, well, I'm glad that one of you mentioned that in the chat, to be fair, because I wouldn't have checked it, and I probably would have run the same for the race, and then had the same issue. So that will hopefully... Now I know that I've got that, I can drive to it. I can take it a lot easier on the tyres. And not drive how, you know, I should be driving. Does mean I'm going to be a little bit slower, but I've got to be cautious with this. Go, go, go. Come on. Come on. We can catch up. We can catch up, chat. We can do this. Toto Wolf, once you've gone, hey, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. End of the season, I'm out of here. End of the season, I'm out of here. Regardless of our tyre temps, this car is still a bit of a diva on the front. Oh, I wasn't paying attention there. Try not to impede anyone this time. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Vitz? I didn't impede anyone in the last qualifying session. You are my goat. No, you are. There is nowhere better than Merc. Ferrari is always better than Merc. Right, we are catching up to Lawson now. Hi, Flitter. Welcome back. You got an EV. Nice, nice. We got 2 EXs. What EXs did you get? Go to Williams. I would like to go to Williams, but Williams aren't knocking. Williams aren't looking at me, sadly. So, Flareon and an EV. Nice.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.6 seconds.
Go, 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 go. Come on, come on, come on. This is season 3. Ferrari strategy is number 1. Exactly. Best strategy. We can change them, chat, okay? Trust. We'll be the ones to change them. Tyres still overheating? Yeah, look at that. So, yeah, tyre pressure's all wrong. Okay, it's not even from my spins. Tyre pressure's just all wrong, chat. But that's fine. We know that. We know that now. We know that for the main race. The sprint is a throwaway race. Charles Leclerc is not in the points. We're not going to lose out any points to Charles here. Let's see what we can get still. I've never really cared for sprint races. I'm not necessarily a fan of them. In real life. Or even in the game. Doing a race for, you know, 2 points is boring sometimes. Got a Houndor full art yesterday. Nice. From Obsidian Flames. Is that? Turkey are preparing for return to F1. Good.
Okay, you're catching the
It's a
car
great
ahead,
track.
Remember, we need to get to the end of the
We should
race
have more
on these
tracks like
tyres.
Turkey and less tracks like Miami. Hello, Samuel. Welcome in. Yes, this is Brazil. Come on, come on, come on. To make boring races better. Yeah, I'm looking at the sprint calendar for next season. Oh, God, they're going to be tough. Like, how are they going to be enjoyable races? China? Okay, we've had a sprint race there. I don't think it was that exciting, the sprint race in China. Miami, again. I think the rain made it exciting at the end. But other than that, it wasn't really that exciting. Zandvoort, there's going to be no overtaking at Zandvoort in a sprint race. Or no battles really going on, so that's going to be a bit dead. Where else we go? Britain. Might be okay, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think for a lot of them, it's not going to be that good. So we're slowly catching up to Liam Lawson here. Jack Doohan in that powerful Alpine. Should hold on to P16, but can we catch up? Can we beat Liam Lawson, chat? 1 in the chat if you think that we can beat Lawson. 2 if you don't. 1 in the chat if you believe that we can beat Liam Lawson. 2 if you do not. Singapore would be interesting. I think it would just be dead again. It would just be a dead race. Singapore for a sprint.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead.
Barely much going on in Singapore in a main race.
9 seconds.
Oh god, we've gone very, very deep there. Yeah, again, I don't know who Singapore would be a great idea for a sprint race. Chat, should we just retire the car and just get straight into the main event? What do you reckon? We've got 5 laps to go. I don't think anything is happening in this race. Although, I will say, Lando Norris has caught up to Max Verstappen in the lead after that monstrous gap that he had. And he's going to take that lead away. And he has. Lando Norris is now leading this race. 1 in the chat if you think we should just retire against the next race. 2 in the chat if you think we should carry on. 1 in the chat to retire the car. 2 to carry on. I know we don't quit. I don't like quitting. But sometimes we might have to. As field spread is allowing a few more battles to go out on track now. In TikTok, but the gold EV bag card this morning. Oh, what? I never get gold cards. I've got 1 gold card in the whole time, and I've got premium, so I get an extra pack a day. Does he read chat? Of course I read chat. A lot of ones. A lot of ones. Okay, box. Let's retire the car. Box. Let's retire the car. We will retire the car, chat. Right, I said box to retire the car, not crash the car. These tyre wear. This tyre wear on the rear is just atrocious, chat. Never listen to VSE for career mode. No, I'm joking. They're good. There's just a few things you do have to change. I think tyre wear, you've got to be running the max, chat. You have to be running the max. You cannot not be running max tyre pressures in career mode because the rears will just overheat. We've got an upgraded car. We don't have a normal car, so poor Aaron will get DRS off me. There you go, bro. And through you go. Box. Let's retire the car. Box. Box. Ah, that's a shame.
Strategy complete.
I want a tip. How do you race without knowing where to brake? I do know where to brake. You use brake marker boards and fix things around the track, and that will tell you where to brake. Right. Nice little pit stop practice for the team there. Congrats to Negative Nancy's who said Hayden will retire. Yeah, congrats to everybody who finally got it right for once. Tahorin, thank you very much for the follow. Okay, we're going to get into Brazil. Brazil's going to be a lot of laps. It's like 70 laps, I think. Charles Leclerc does not score a point. So, if we outscore Charles Leclerc or Leclerc fails to score a point in this race, we will be the champion. We can be champions, I say. We can be champions. Max Verstappen, way too far off. The only other person that really has a chance now. That's it. No, it's just Charles. It's just between me and Charles Leclerc going into the final 2 races. 83 points to both Red Bull and Williams in that race. They can both catch up, but it is highly unlikely, chat. Let's get into then the main race and the qualifying first. Maybe you're not a good tyre saviour. It doesn't help that my tyre pressures were completely wrong and my tyres are then just overheating on the rears. So we will fix that and we will go better. Ollie and Lolo Griffiths, thank you very much for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm trying to race without racing line. Nice. You practice and you will figure out where to brake. The more you do it, the more you'll figure out. How is Apex GP in there? Because we are smart and we can do that. Zany, Bainey, HJ, Davey Boy, thank you very much for the follows. There's a problem with Brazil where the tyres don't cool down. It probably doesn't help that there is a bit of overheating from the tyres, but I didn't help it with my setup. I think if you are struggling with tyre temps, always up your tyre pressures. That's always going to help. It's so close there between a lot of the teams. In the progress charts, let's not run a new engine. Let's just go straight into the next race weekend. It's going to be a dry one. Hello. Would you like to do my sleep? Thank you very much.
It's a Saturday show.
Do I think Bahrain Sprint would be good? It's a track that has got 3 long straights. So you would hope so. You would hope so. My idea for sprint races is they should do them on alternate layouts of tracks. So you do a sprint race at Bahrain, and you do the oval circuit for the sprint race, and you do the normal circuit for the main race. So therefore it would be a literal sprint, because it would be a sprint circuit as well. So you would just do different circuits for different race weekends. I guess the one factor would be if you have a grandstand ticket for a certain part of the track, you wouldn't see the cars. That is valid. But we can get around that. We can get around that. You just wouldn't sell grandstand tickets for that day. You would say, look, this is your grandstand ticket for Friday and Saturday. But for Friday and Sunday, sorry. But for Saturday, for the sprint action, we have normal quali on the Friday. The sprint is just on the Saturday. I don't know. I think there's flaws to that idea that I'm just figuring out now, but it would also be cool at the same time to do that. Am I playing this game on PS5? No, I'm on PC. Did I get any shinies? Did you take a picture of everything? Oh, I can keep track of that. Oh, yeah. Yippee. Yeah, maybe. Okay. So, car setup. Let's fix this, chat, first of all. Most importantly, let's fix the car setup. We need tyre pressures to be full, because that was clearly a bad idea. How'd the sprint go? Terribly. It was so bad. Eris, I think all of the sprint race weekends are going to be bad next season. I don't think there will be a good sprint race weekend, because they are all at bad circuits. Weather dependent. If it rains, it could shape things up, yes, and could make it interesting. But if it doesn't rain based on those circuits, nah, whack. What? Nice. Nice. Okay. You think Canada is bad? I think, yes. I think Canada will be bad as well. Canada's been good in recent seasons, the last couple, but that's only because of weather. Weather playing a factor, making it a bit more interesting. I don't think sprint races have worked. I mean, how many sprint races can you tell us have been good? They just haven't. They just really haven't. Sprint races, it's just another race but shorter. Which is, I know a sprint race, but like F2, I think have it great where you flip the top 10. I think that's not a bad idea. You flip the top 10. You're there. Brett, how you doing? Welcome in. I did go to Silverstone this year. Yes, I did. The Fox, good morning. Chat just woke up. Good morning, the Fox. Is someone there with you? Yes, my girlfriend is here. She's currently doing my Pokemon sleep at the moment whilst I am live. Right, let's just fast forward to the end. Let's get a lap in. And hope for the best. Charles Leclerc has a lot to do today. He needs to outscore me. Charles Leclerc needs to outscore me in this race. Am I live on Twitch? Yes, I am, Ryan. Yes, I am. I'm live on across YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. So feel free to watch me on whatever platform you would like. Zero Sprint were actually interesting. I think that's been for most of them. Throughout the whole entirety of the sprint. I think the sprints have been a failure. I think they have. I think they have been a failure. And that is my opinion on sprints. Who's my favourite Pokemon? These two right here. We've got Fampi and we got Grookey. Those two are my favourites. If you're watching on Twitch, I think that... Did that person ask on Twitch? They did ask on Twitch. They couldn't see that. But it's Fampi and Grookey. I realise now that you cannot see Fampi and Grookey when I go full screen.
We've dropped to P22.
Right, P22. But let's try and get out of the drop zone, chat. Let's try and get ourselves into Q2. That is the goal. That is the goal. I never asked you for your prediction for this qualifying session, didn't I? So, I will ask you that in a second. Right, tyre pressures mean that we're going to cook now, chat, and our tyres will not, okay? That was the problem in the last race. Our tyres were cooking, we were not cooking. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do here today. Shut the car in for the left-hander. Nice through there. That's good. That is good. Let's keep going. So far, no problems with any gears. Car turned in at the hairpin. Could have been a little bit better. Oh, God. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's bad. That's a mistake. I'm still having the issues with the power, chat. I'm still getting way too much power through the tyres in this car. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I just realised as well I have not been burning battery. What is this lap? What is this mistake? Push all of the battery to the line. This is to get through to Q2, chat. This is all this is. Come on, come on, come on. There was a huge mistake on the lap. It's going to be a 107. It's only 19th. It's only 19th. That mistake cost us so much. Just that little bit too much throttle. I don't even know if it was throttle. I've been struggling with the power on this car. Way too much. And for a championship on the line, that's not what we're needing. That is not what we are needing, chat. At all. At all. But we have got a full 100% race to get ourselves back into this. Can we do open later? No, we can't, Will. Open lobbies are for the weekend. That's what we reserve them for. RIP, our channel points predicting P5. Yeah. Yeah, that's a rip. George Russell, P11. Charles Leclerc, P12. We will see where those drivers rack up. Of course, if Charles Leclerc outscores us in this race, then that means that the championship will go on to the final round in Las Vegas. If it doesn't, if Charles Leclerc doesn't outscore us, then we are champion. We just need to score 1 point. We just need to score 1 point over Charles Leclerc. Close enough. Welcome back, Lando Norris to Twitch. Do it in second. I mean, the Alpine is one of the best cars on the game right now. No Key, thank you very much for the follow. Brazil should be the final round in real life, and I agree. And I wish we could change the positions of tracks. I would love to have Brazil there. But this race is going to be so interesting, chat, because of that one weather block right there that shows 66% chance of rain. That is going to make things really, really interesting. But let's get into the race, chat. And I would like to know, everybody in chat, I would like to see you guys put in your predictions for the race. So let me know, where do you think we are going to finish in this race, chat? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I want to know where you think we are going to finish in this race. It's Peace Forever. Thank you very much for the follow. Heath says DNF. Liam says 5th. AR3 says 6th. Finn Slade says 12th. Harold Brooks says P5. DRM says DSQ. Come on, Twitch. You're lacking behind. You're not predicting. Where are you, Twitch? Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Lexi says P13. Pomeli Genius says P7. Fox says Podium. We've got Harold says P5. Flitter P1. Eric P3. Scott P6. Finn says Leclerc P3. Me P3, Leclerc P5. Kenzie P13. The 100 P4. Dete P12. JS P3. M1 Arch P2. Oliver P5. James P5. Will P1 Hammer Time. JS P3. James P4. Darklight P8. Smidgebomb P1. Leclerc P1. Me P10. Daniel top 5. Eric says DNF. Frosty says P4. Trust Castaway says P8. Charles P5. LH Footy says P9. Devan P1. Tacos P3. Tacos. Joe P4. It's Ola says P4. Sean P8. Scottish P1. RS says Y. Jalisi says P2. Ryan P5. Where is Charles Leclerc qualifying? Where is Leclerc? Max Wallace P1. Leclerc is P6, so in a good position to catch up in the championship. Jacob says P1. Max Wallace P1. Let's see what we can do, chat. Let's see what we can do. Let's get into it then. Let's take a look at the race strategy for today and dictate what we're going to do. So, we've got rain. We have got rain forecasted for the race here today. So we could do something like that and hope and pray that we get to the wet weather, or we do soft medium until the wet weather instead. 29 likes. Let's go. That's going to give you extra straight line speed. If you are watching on Twitch, if you are watching on TikTok or on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button on streams. It makes me go faster. 1 in the chat if you think we should do a soft, medium until the rain. 2 in the chat if you think we should do a medium. 2 in the chat if you think we should do a hard until the rain. 1 in the chat to play it safe. Go soft, medium until the rain comes down. 2 in the chat to go for hard, soft. 1 in the chat for soft, medium. 2 in the chat for hard until the rain. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? It's very mixed. It is very mixed. YouTube likes the hards till the rain. TikTok is liking the soft and mediums. And I would say Twitch is a little bit more mixed. I think overall, across all streams, I think I'm seeing more 1s. I'm seeing the content. And we go for the overtakes. We go aggressive. We're starting back. We're starting quite far down, chat. So we work our way through this pack. Hope that it rains. And then we see what we do, chat. That's going to be the strategy. That is going to be the strategy, chat. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. We start P18 on the grid on the soft tyres. But my main question for everybody in chat right now, will we win the championship? In this race, will we win the championship? We've got 2 races to go, Threadripper. But we can win the championship here in Brazil if we outscore Charles Leclerc by 1 point. So what do we reckon? Are we going to win the championship? Yes or no? Yes or no? We're in season 3. Will we win our first championship? It's the FIA. They won't allow you to. Could you imagine it gets red flagged as soon as it starts raining? I think you can do a Lewis 2021 style light drive. Okay, okay. Where did we finish in the sprint? We DNF'd because we had the wrong tyre setup on tyre temps. But we're all good now. We're all good now. Also, before we get into this race, how internationale are we today, chat? Where is everybody watching from in the world? Let me know in the chat where you are in the world and how much you are watching from. 400 likes sent. How much faster will you be now? We'll be like, we'll be 2 kph faster on the straights now. We have got in the chat Ireland, Slovakia, Portugal, South Africa, Lebanon, India, Canada, UK, Britain, England, New Zealand, Australia, Switzerland, Netherlands, Hong Kong, Albania, Venus, North Korea, Norway, Antarctica, Scotland. We have also got Plymouth, Wales, Jamaica, Ghana, Ireland, Romania, Iraq, Worcester, North Sentinel Island, Middlesbrough, Mars, Sheffield, Malaysia, Yorkshire, US, Poland, Slovenia, Britain, Australia. Let's get lined up on the grid then. Very international today. Let's do this, chat. Oh, that's too deep. I swear I always do that. I swear I always do that every single time. Let's do this, chat, from last on the grid almost. Lights are on, engines revving, and let's go racing for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And a championship is on the line today, and let's see if we can win it. It's a slow start from us, but let's take it easy into the first corner. We do not want to break our front wing and end our championship hopes before they have even begun. 3 wide, now 2 wide, into turn 1 around the outside of Isaac Hadjar, who kind of just breaks and cuts across me. Thanks for that, Isaac. Really appreciate that one. So let's see what we can do. Oh no, why is our wheel done this? What's happened to our wheel? I can't pause. I can't pause. My wheels, look. I don't know what's going on. I can't pause. Okay, that's going to be a restart. My wheel just broke. That's good. That's a great start. We literally lost all force feedback. And then it just the buttons just wouldn't work. I think there's something really wrong with my faceplate. I don't know what. I don't know what's gone wrong here. I think that might be something I need to look at because it did happen on Saturday, and it did happen when we ran on whatever day it was. Right, this is your time. Go hard. Strategy 2. What wheel do you try? The old one. The old one's not going to work. I'm not going to Do you know how long it would take to take this wheel off and put on the old one? That's a 2-hour job. That's not happening. So no. Let's restart session. That's fine. Okay. We will rewind and we'll try for attempt 2 and hope that my steering wheel does not break as we go side by side with other drivers. Okay. Again, it's a poor start from us. It's a really poor start heading down into the first corner. But once again, nice and easy on the brakes. This time having a look on Yuki Tsunoda, going 3 wide with Yuki Tsunoda and Isaac Hadjar. I'm going to leave the space right around the outside of the corner. And this time, we slot in to P17 for the race, gaining 1 position off the start. Now heading down in towards the braking zone of turn 4. Nice and easy through this corner. Trying to make sure that we do not make any mistakes. And of course, break off our front wing, because that's really not what we want to do, chat. Ran the outside of Oliver Behrman. Can't find a way through there. I was going to switch back to the inside, but Yuki Tsunoda sadly having a look there, nearly into the back of Behrman once again. Trying to find some gaps on the Haas driver, trying to drive different lines in this race to find my way through. Up the inside here now of Oliver Behrman. Nice and easy on the brakes. And there we go. We find the gap, and we can get past Behrman using the better grip of the soft tyres. And away we go into P16, slowly picking off these drivers. We need to work our way into the points. And of course, if we can beat Charles Leclerc in the race, upshift, come on, Will. Upshift, please, upshift. Put the ERS on, come on. What is going on, chat? What is going on with my steering wheel? What? I turned it off. What are you doing? Steering wheel is bugging out massively, chat. Massively right now. Our equipment is failing us, and it's making this struggle to get ourselves into a championship winning position oh so much more difficult. As we are now on the back of Kimi Antonelli in the Aston Martin, trying to work our way through. Did you charge it? It's not a wireless steering wheel. Oh, nearly into the back of Kimi Antonelli there. Let's keep on trying. On the inside now, though. That's where we want to be. That is where we want to be, chap. No, there's no driver update. I updated the other day. Go, 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 go. Nice and easy. On the inside of Kimi Antonelli. And away we go, chat. Away we go. This is good. Slowly making progress. We don't need to be super aggressive in this race. We've got 71 laps and the prospect of rain on the horizon to get us back into this race. So let's see what we can do. Thank you very much to Burske, Cedric for the follows. Sigabri as well. Thank you for the follows. If you are new around the chat, do hit that follow button. Have you tried smacking the wheel twice and calling it beautiful? I have not. I will try that. Hang on. You are beautiful. Well, we've gone very wide. I nearly went onto the grass there, chat. That was nearly really, really bad. That was nearly really, really bad. 71 laps. Yes, 71 laps await us right now. So, there is no rush in this race. There is no rush in this race. We can work our way through slowly and make sure we make overtakes consistently. And we are precise with them. And of course, we have that little bit of caution not to break off our front wing. Sportsletto slow into this corner. AI slow into the 2 hairpins. So I think this could be my opportunity in the race to get past them. Going to see what they're going to do on pit stops, of course, as well, when it comes to boxing for the wet weather. Are they going to go all the way to the end? Those on the mediums could risk it. Weather report. Weather report.
No threat of rain for the time being.
Yes, we're good.
Okay,
We're good. No threat of rain.
Best tyre for now.
No threat of rain, chat. And that is music to my ears, because I don't want it to come in for those hard tyre runners, and especially not for those medium tyre runners. That's not what we want, chat. That's not what we want. Come on, come on, come on. Smart Gamer Ryan, thank you very much for the follow. On hard, 69 laps probably. You could probably run quite a while. I don't think you could run that long. On the inside of Bortoletto here. Nice and easy. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we like to still see. Steve. I can't speak. Still side by side with Bortoletto. And he's just got the inside line. He's got the inside line. Unable to do anything there. But up the inside here. Gives me the room. Can he get the drive off the corner? Both on the softs. Around the outside through the fast left. And we're going to get it on Bortoletto. And we do. Under braking. Should catch up to Sonny Hayes as well. To remain in the DRS. Esteban Ocon on those hard tyres, and that could be good for them. That could be good for them. Why is my chat bugged out? YouTube, are you still there? Can someone chat on YouTube stream? Just to make sure you're still there. Because that chat thing bugged out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't make me explain it. I get it. I get it. I get the joke. I get the joke. Hello. Thank you, Doctor. It is working. All good. All good. Thank you very much. Harry, Reese, Benji, and Reese again. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. Right. We need to make sure we save some battery here. So I'm going to go into medium.
For now, everything's looking good.
Into medium mode. Save the battery behind Sonny Hayes. Charles Leclerc is holding up a train. That is not good for Charles. He needs to be able to drive in his own race without anybody being held up by him and make sure that he's not under pressure. But he just is. That Ferrari car either just not being where it's supposed to be. I don't know. It's really weird, chat. He's been dominant for the majority of this season, and now all of a sudden, it's like he's lost about 6 ratings. And it's not as good. Charles Leclerc increasingly under more and more pressure from drivers behind him. I'm stuck in this train at the moment, and I need to try and make some progress and move forward, chat. Giggle, thank you for the follow. Cameron, Sarim, Gruff, J-Kid, and Marcus, thank you for the follows. You guys have been killing it on the TikTok streams when it comes to hitting that follow button. As I said, over 300 followers gained each and every stream. So you guys are doing amazing. Can we keep that streak going in today's race? Goddard, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. AI difficulty is 105 right now. 105. Darklight, 34k likes. Insane as well. As Bortoletti will have another look here, but we'll have the outside line, and we can just swoop across him, the actual racing line, and there we go. Still continuing to save the battery as Charles Leclerc now has got a bit of a gap to the McLaren, who is currently fighting, I believe, with Williams at the moment in this race, so it could be Jack Doohan, as we are just stuck behind this train. But this is where I can maybe pounce. It is an Alpine. I think it is going to be Jack Doohan, because I think Gasly is ahead. Can I get past Sonny Hayes here? I can have a look into the braking zone. Hayes leaves the room. We're going around the outside. It's going to be difficult. We don't have the traction there. We had a little look, but couldn't quite pull it off. But here we go. On Sonny Hayes into this next corner. I don't know if we're going to have the battery power on the Apex GP car. We'll try it, though. We're going to burn the battery, chat. We're going to push all the way through this corner. We have, yes. Yes, look at the straight line speed advantage we have over Sonny Hayes. As they say, they aren't fast in the straights, but their car is built for combat. So they're going to be good in the corners, but not good enough. And that is us up into P13 in this race. Making a bit more progress. And our eyes and our sights are set on the Ferrari driver. Who is up the road? Who is up the road? Here on YouTube, 58,000 subs. I know it's crazy, right? It is crazy. No, wait, did we just hit that? Hey, let's go. 58,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, chat. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Right, let's try and stay with Esteban Ocon here. See what we can do in this race. See what we can do in this race. And see what we can do on Charles Leclerc, who's up the road, who is now got Pierre Gasly for company, because Gasly has got past the McLaren. No, the McLaren is still ahead. Is he? Where's the McLaren gone? Anyway, Esteban Ocon should be an easier target to overtake. They're on the hard tyres, chat. So it should be easy. Can we score a top 5 in this race? George Russell is leading it at the moment. Can we work our way back up to the top 5? Obviously, there's a lot more strategy that is going to go into this race than a normal one, chat. But do you reckon we can get a top 5? 1 in the chat if you believe a top 5 is possible. 2 in the chat if you don't. 1 in the chat if you believe a top 5 is possible. 2 if you do not. We've got a few ones. We've got some believers. That is what we like to see. It's only lap 8 and we are making really, really good progress. Starting 18th on the grid. Up to 13th already. And you might think, Hayden, that's rubbish. What do you mean? You've only gained 5 places. 5 places in 8 laps. That's pretty good. That's pretty good going. And we're just slowly working our way forward. As Doohan now catching up to the back of...
It looks like we might have an issue. Hang in
no,
there.
no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't tell me I've got an issue. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Do not tell me I've got an engine issue now. If it's an engine issue that can be fixed, that's okay, chat. If it's ERS losing, that's okay. We've got a long race. I can take the hit now, and I can...
confirm it's an issue with our engine, I'm afraid.
Issue with the engine? Okay, but it's not terminal. It is not terminal. That's at least something good. Our engine is slow. We can see that now. Look at this.
You've lost some time to the
And
car
look at the battery. We're burning the battery. We just don't have any straight line speed. But we can maybe survive this, chat. We can maybe still survive this. What are we doing on the straights? How much speed have we got? Not a lot, chat. Not a lot. Sonny Hayes coming back at us. He will be ahead of the apex. But we will swoop around the outside. And there we go. Okay, okay. Losing a little bit of tyre. Where that rear right, yes, that just goes to show us that softs, not a good tyre to be on.
Good news, it looks like the fault's been fixed.
Yes, there we go. Okay, okay, that's fine. We took a little hit, chat. A little hit, but that's okay. No terminal mechanical issues. Because if we do get one of those and Charles Leclerc does score a point, then he is going to win. Sorry, we are going to win this championship. And if he does score a point and we get a terminal issue, then he is going to be in the championship fight in towards Vegas. So we need to make sure that we have no issues here. No issues. Do I stream on Kick and YouTube? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm live on Kick, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Here comes Sonny Hayes again. This time around the outside. I'll try and make sure I get DRS and knock on here. We do. There we go. We do get DRS and knock on. I don't know if our engine is still being affected, chat. Did you ruin quali again? Yeah, we did. We did. We made a mistake. Not terminal. Might be fine. 71 laps with a bad engine would have been... You drive 71 whole laps, don't you get bored? No. No. Because you don't have time to get bored. There's so much to think and do whilst you're driving. So no, you don't get bored. You do get into a rhythm sometimes. And that's nice, you know. That's when you're like fully locked in. And you just kind of like focus. You've got this tunnel vision. And you're just kind of watching. I don't get bored because I have all of you lot in the chat as well to help me stay entertained and entertain all of you lot. What car is it? We're driving the Merc. Right, we're back on the rear of the Ferrari of Esteban Ocon now. And we're going to try and see, oh God, if we cannot lose the rear end through there. Tyre temps are worrying. We're going to be boxing in 9 laps time, chat. 9 laps times. Let's see what we can do. Any tips transitioning from what? From controller to wheel? From F124 to F125? From iRacing to F1? I don't know. When is your next race? Tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the championship finale, chat. Where we see if we don't beat Charles Leclerc today, whether we can win the championship going into the final round. Esteban Ocon still ahead of me at the moment. Becoming increasingly difficult to overtake, but this could be an opportunity, chat. A little bit too far away on traction. A little bit too far away on the traction there. Can I do anything through this left-hander? They've just got really good traction out of corners. I suppose that is just his hard tyres. Being in a better state now than my softs. Obviously, my softs overheating a little as well. I'm being cautious on them. I'm making sure I don't brake too late to cause a slide through the corner. I've got full battery though, so let's see what we can do, chat. Full battery. Let's see what we can do. Chat, can we beat Charles Leclerc in this race? 1 in the chat if you believe we can beat Charles Leclerc. 2 if you do not. He's holding me up now. He is, but he isn't at the same time. I think it's more the drivers ahead of him are holding him up, and therefore he's holding me up. But I don't think he's necessarily holding me up. I think he has better pace than me. I think he's just being held up by the other drivers. Right, I'm going to burn the battery down the straight between turn 5 and 6. Chief 9th position. That's quite high, to be fair. Oh, a little bit wide there, but let's burn the battery. Let's burn the battery as Yuki Tsunoda on those medium tyres. Yes, see, they're flexing their muscles now. Right around the outside of Ocon. Just too deep there. Trying to find a way through, chat. I'm trying to assess his weaknesses, but his traction is too strong for any of his... Rain in 10 minutes. Rain in 10 minutes. Okay, that is interesting, chat. That's coming a lot earlier than expected. That rain is coming a lot earlier than expected. Okay, we're on 32% tyre wear. 32% tyre wear. I don't know. Do we stay out and wait for the rain? Or do we box? That's going to be about 10 to 15 laps, chat. So kind of around when we box. Or we can box now for fresher tyres until the rain. That's Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah, Yuki Tsunoda with those grippier mediums now. Medium's definitely the right tyre to start on, I think. Engine is still weak. Engine is still weak. I mean, AI. If you've played this game or if you've watched enough streams of this game, you will know that the AI straight line speed is just unbelievable. Can we have a look on Ocon? It's late. It's late, but we had a look. I wanted to have a look. I just need to finally get a move on these guys. I need to start to move forward. I'm just stuck in a train at the moment. Too far back to go for it here. I just don't have enough battery or straight line speed to challenge with Esteban Ocon. Car got a little loose there. Rears are now getting very, very hot to a point that it is becoming slightly undrivable now. They're overheating a lot. Look at that, 107 on the rears. Still struggling with rear tyre temps in this car. 1 in the chat to stay out. 2 in the chat to box to a new set of tyres and run to the rain. I'm just suffering on these softs. But if I can stay in P12 or P13, the rain might affect things. We're getting a lot of boxes. A lot of people want to say box. A lot of people are saying box right now. What do we box to? Weather report. Weather report.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Still 10 to 15, so 15 laps. 15 laps. I think everybody on the softs will box. So we could do an undercut, chat. It's just whether we go softs or mediums. I think we go mediums. A lot of you are saying 2. I know it's a risk. I know it could hurt us, but it could also really help us. So I think we do it, chat. I think we do it.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
An undercut here, lap 14, and let's go for it. Let's go for it. Mediums also? Yeah, I think mediums will be best. Softs have not been good for us, so let's box. This could be a bad decision. I feel like they're going to box. I feel like they are going to box. Everyone on the soft tyres will box before it rains. I can't stay out. You saw the slip on those tyres. They were struggling. I think mediums is the right call for the next 15 laps. It's going to be 10 to 15 laps until the rain comes down. We're doing 110 lap times. So the rain will come down in about 10 to 15 laps. So let's switch to the mediums. Do an undercut, and then get to the rain. This is the right call, chat. You've got to trust me on this one. For once, I need you to trust me. This is the right call. I have realised, though, that that is my only set of medium tyres. And when it dries up, that might be what I need. But I think hard tyres after the rain, because the rain is coming down a lot earlier than we expected. I think we go to hard tyres after the rain. Hard tyres are the right call after then. So right now, medium tyres. Let's get them up to temperature. Let's put it into hot lap mode. And away we go, chat. And we play catch up now. Everyone on the soft tyres is going to be boxing in the next 5 laps, I think. Next 5 laps. We are the fastest car out on track. Look at that sector 2. That's the undercut for you. I trust you because I bet on DNF. Just you watch. Just you watch. You have clear air now as well. Exactly. Clear air. Should be able to help our tyres. Don't have to worry about overheating. Or at least if we do, it won't be as bad as we were on the softs. So let's keep on going, chat. Let's keep on going. Let's watch the times tumble. And if they box, we will jump them. Anybody that was directly ahead of us, even after this second lap, we will jump them. Although somehow our first sector is not great. I think we're so good in sector 2, it sort of mitigates any sort of progress they have from being in the DRS train of sector 1. I don't know, chat. Why are we so much slower in sector 1 again? That's crazy. Come on. 4.3 definitely proves to me that we are catching up. We are faster than all of those drivers who have stayed out. Charles Leclerc's got a big gap to the rest of the drivers that we were in that train of, which is good for him and good for his championship as he's catching up to somebody else. I wonder what tyres Leclerc is on. I didn't get a chance to look, and I wonder if he went for the same strategy as Esteban Ocon in the race. Are we going to get the fast lap of the race? No, we're not, but it is a 109.4. Can ask my engineer what George Russell is doing lap time wise. Teammate status.
Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us.
Let's see what lap time he's doing, chap.
6 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in first. And the time last lap, 1 minute 10.8.
Okay, so we are 1.4 seconds a lap quicker right now than the leader of this race, who is gapping the rest of them by an absolute mile right now, which goes to show that nobody is on George Russell's pace. So I'm saying the rest of them are doing like 1:11s. I mean, it's hard to really gather with Hadjar and Lawson because they are so bad in terms of cars compared to the rest of the field. But it's also still a good indication of those softs really dropping away as well. So we are gaining, chat. Didn't go purple in Sector 2, but we've had really good Sector 2s. They might not need to worry too much. Just missing out on DRS. They probably should have burnt a little bit of battery.
Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate.
Why is my wheel doing that? What the hell? It just snapped to the right and it's dead again. Alright, I'm gonna do another old trick, chat. Another old trick in the book. You take the wires out and you blow on them. That could also be an issue. A bit of overheating and wires. You get like a nice view of me basically right now. Pedals is not the issue. It's turned off, isn't it? Okay. I don't know what on earth happened there. That's not ideal. Time to upgrade. It's not really, it shouldn't be an issue. It's only 2 years old. I don't really know what's going on with it, whether it's the USB connection or what, but it's something. I don't think it's necessarily the wheel because it's more coming through from the faceplate, although I am losing, I do lose force feedback at the time. So turning, just use flashback if it's enabled. Yeah, I will be using a flashback for this because that's not my fault. That's why I tried to make sure. I will go just after the DRS zone so I don't cheese that. And there we go. Right, okay. Stay with Hadjar. The wheel is back. We are cooking. We are fine. Okay, right. Anybody in the box? No one in the box. Let's keep on pushing, chat. Let's keep on pushing. We're doing a Sebastian Vettel. Yeah, we're having to be a mechanic at the same time as a driver. I'm fixing things on the fly, chat. How long is the contract with Mercedes? This is our last season contracted with Mercedes. Henners, welcome into the stream. AE7, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I know. We'll get past Lawson here. Lawson tried to kill me in the sprint race. Let's hope that it's easier this time around. Around the outside, in towards this fast corner. And there we go. Job done. We've got so much better tyres than Liam Lawson here, so that makes things a lot easier to overtake him. Hadjar, we're going to gain on through these corners. George Russell is so far clear. He could even lap the whole field, chat. He could lap the whole field. He could be a championship contender in season 4 of that season. So insane stuff for him. Let's stick behind Isaac Hadjar and try and go for this overtake, chat. Try and go for this overtake. Here we go on Hadjar. Nice and easy. Utilize the DRS. No DRS for Hadjar. He's very quick in a straight line, but we are good on the brakes with the tyres we've got. Round the outside, job done. Back into P20. And now we are flying, chat. Now we are flying. Brand new tyres. If they box, we jump them. If they don't, we're going to overtake it before the rain. Weather report.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15
Still
minutes
10 to 15 minutes time.
Okay, dry
so that's good for me. The longer that rain stays away, the better it is for me, chat. The better it is for me. Volleyball, thank you very much for the follows. Anybody who's new around here, make sure you hit that follow button. It will be the best decision you make today. Why? Because we are live 5 days a week. For this week, it's going to be 6. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you never have to miss a live stream. On TikTok, we've been hitting 300 plus followers every single stream. Let's see if we can keep that streak continued. Tokyo Drips, thank you for the follow here on Twitch, as well for Norda and Spring Alex.
We're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice.
Okay, Mark, don't scare me like that. Don't scare me like that. Right, okay. Okay, we get DRS from the cars in front. Bortoletto or Hulkenberg is making a pit stop here, and I can confirm it is Gabriel Bortoletto. So we're going to jump them. Done the undercut on them. I wonder if the other drivers will follow suit very, very quickly, and we're going to jump our way up the order. Thank you everyone for the follows. Dot, Latike, Sonny, Brad, Ewan, Muzi, Zander, Charlie, Rossi, Marco. Thank you for the follows. Let's try and see if we can get past Colapinto here on the run down to turn 6, just like we did on Liam Lawson. Burn the battery, out of the corner. Will he go defensive? Will he not? He will go defensive. He will go on the inside, or we will swoop right around the outside there. 15 minutes until rain still. That is perfect. That is music to my ears as I go through that hairpin there. Right behind Oliver Behrman. Trying to continue and work our way up through the order. As Charles Leclerc driving away from the drivers in front of them. Another driver into the box. Who is boxing in this race? What tyres are they all on? Leclerc stays out. Leclerc doesn't box. I think Max Verstappen does. I mean, his tyres were dropping off and more drivers are also coming into the box. If Charles Leclerc is on hard tyres, like Esteban Ocon, Charles Leclerc is cooking and has got a great opportunity. But for now, we're going to go overtake Oliver Behrman on the start-finish straight. Their straight line speed is unbelievable, just like Haas in real life at Spa-Francorchamps. But around the outside we go, and we are past them. Another drive into the box there. It was either Gazzy or Doohan. I'm not too sure which one, but we do get the overtake, chat. We do get the overtake, and that moves us up position. Thank you very much to Zeki, to Coach, to Sean, to Thomas, to Callum, to Ryan, to Frankie, and to Jono. Thank you all for the follows. Keep them coming. If you're new, chat, make sure you hit that follow button. If you want to support the stream as well, feel free to hit the subscribe button over on the Twitch. Become a YouTube member by clicking the join button down below, or become a subscriber here on TikTok as well. And I really appreciate everyone dropping the gifts over on the TikTok streams. You guys are amazing. We've got 1,000 diamonds on Sunday stream because of you lot. It was absolutely insane. Thank you very much, everyone, for the support. And thank you again for the follows. Eric, Osin, oh yeah, baby. We got Pessy, we got Miriam. Thank you for the follows. We've got to keep pushing, chat. I've got a full battery here, so I need to put it into hot lap now. Any more drivers in the box? I don't think so. I think that's all the soft tyre runners are now in the pit lane. So we are P16 in this race, trying to catch up. Ben, Matty, and Keto, thank you for the follows. Soft tyres were clearly the wrong strategy, chat. And we should have run with the harder tyre compound. Charles Leclerc is currently running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th position in this race. As it stands, that will be 10 points gained. The gap in the championship will be down to 15 points between the two of us. But there's a long way left to go in this race. Weather is on the radar as well. Weather report.
5 minutes until
5 minutes till rain.
5 minutes till rain.
Kind of like it a little bit longer to allow me to utilise these medium tyres. That would be nice, but sadly not able to use them as much as maybe we would have liked here. But we can still get past Paul Aaron and Kimi Antonelli to move ourselves back up into P14, and only one place away from where we were before we boxed. And there is a train up ahead that we would like to get past as well. Maybe some more drivers will make pit stops in this race too. I'm keeping an eye on drivers coming into pit lane. Yes, there we go. Yep, we got two. We got an Apex GP driver, and we've got Nico Hulkenberg into the box as well. So that's 3 positions. It's Hayes and Hulkenberg, and that will promote me to P14 in this race. I get past these two. I'm higher than I was before I made a pit stop, meaning it was the right call for me to do. I don't think I could have stayed out on those soft tyres. They were overheating a lot, and we were having issues. The mediums still overheating slightly, but not as bad. Can we get past Paul Aaron here? Stuck behind Kimi Antonelli. I do not want to get stuck in this train, chat. We need to be making overtakes as soon as possible. Their tyre wear obviously not going to be as bad as those drivers overtook on the softs, but around the outside of Aaron, can't quite find a way through there, but I can dive it up the inside with a better grip that I've got, and through I go. Still side by side with the Haas driver. A little bit of contact with Aaron there, but around the outside, much more superior grip, and we find P13 in the race. Kimi Antonelli's up next. That's going to be P12, and that's going to be back pushing. Pierce is probably going to box this lap as well, as he is also on those soft tyres. So let's see. Charles Leclerc does not box. He stays out. I think he's on hards or mediums, but Pierce will be boxing around about now in this race. So let's see what can happen. Yeah, Pierce into the box. So this is going to be, chat, this is going to be P11 as I overtake Kimi Antonelli down the start-finish straight. And that is us up into P11 in this race as Pierce comes into the box at the same time. And now we push. Verstappen up ahead. He's on brand new tyres, so I won't really be catching up to him. But Yuki Tsunoda and the rest of them, that is my goal. How many AI? There's 22 AI cars. AI difficulty is 105. We've made a pit stop. A lot of these drivers haven't or are making them right now. Weather report.
It looks like rain is inbound and we're expecting it in around 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes till the rain.
5 minutes till the rain.
Okay, dries seem like the best
Utilize
time
these
for now.
tyres as much as possible. His teammates in the box. George Russell pitting. That's going to help me gain. What tyres did
Okay,
George Russell
coming
start
in
on
for
though?
a stop.
What tyres did George Russell start on in this race? I think the Merc has been good for tyre wear of the AI. And Charles Leclerc still into the box. It's going to make this championship more interesting, chat, with Charles Leclerc doing a long strategy. He's going to get out ahead of George Russell and is now into P4, gaining 12 points in this race. Jack Doohan into the box. That could be another position for me. It depends on where we come out. Nope, he's in the box, and yes, that is us finally, chat. Finally into the points. A very weird pit call there for Doohan because the rain is imminent. It's literally in the next few seconds as Carlos Sainz is going to be hunting us down on brand new tyres as well in this race. Weather report.
We're expecting the rain to hit us anytime now.
Anytime now.
Dries
Okay, it's
doesn't
coming.
seem like the fastest
It's
tyre
coming,
on the
chat.
road.
We've got to be prepared for it. Charles Leclerc still P4, but he will have George Russell for company very, very soon. Thank you very much, everyone, again, for the follows over on TikTok. Sorry, I was a bit locked in a battle with Aaron and Antonelli there to read out everybody, but I do appreciate you all, and I will read out the ones I can see, which is Sam Jones and Max. I can see both of you. Sam Carter and S. Jaluli, or something like that. Thank you very much for the follow. Why so much fuel? Because this car is a drinker, and that fuel will deplete. We're probably a little bit too cautious, but it's what the game has given me. That is what it's told me. I need to run fuel for the race. And usually if I run lower, I do actually run the risk of running out. Falky, the Insane Jamez, and Benji, thank you for the follows. Really do appreciate you. Charles Leclerc and George Russell fighting now. JB Still, Nicholas, and Dave Miller, thank you for the follows. Phil as well. Thank you all for the follows. Right, we're in the top 10. That's good, but we've got Carlos Sainz, who is going to be hunting me down on those tyres. Yuki Tsunoda, 6 seconds up the road. We should be quicker than him, chat. We should be quicker than Yuki Tsunoda. Bro's locking in. We are trying. We are trying, chat. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Where is Charles? Charles is currently just been overtaken by George Russell, and he's now dropped back down into P5. So George Russell, as it stands right now, gaining 9 points on me in the championship. The gap will be 16 points going into the final race. Meaning, if we finish in, I don't know, P5, we've won the championship. That's all we need. But as we've seen so far this season, P5 has been difficult. Max Verstappen on the hunt as well on those brand new tyres. Carlos Sainz on the hunt on new tyres. So let's see what we can do. We're not really utilising battery here. It's not burning it, but we are catching up to Tsunoda.
We don't think we're far away from
And maybe
rain now.
Piastri.
I'll keep you updated as conditions
Yeah,
change.
rain is coming, chat. Rain is coming. Is doing a full race boring after a while? No, because you have so much things to do and to think about. There's a full strategy that you have to do yourself. You know, the AI in the game can give you a strategy, but things change. Like, there's rain coming down. Things change on the fly. I realized quite quickly, okay, these soft tyres, yeah, they'll last till when they say they're going to last, but they don't feel great. They're overheating too much. I need to get off them. So I got off them, and I went to new mediums, and it's actually gave me positions. I'm P10 now in this race. Whereas if I boxed with everybody else with the soft tyres, I don't think I would have made it to lap 27 on soft tyres. They would have been in a really, really bad state at the end, overheating like crazy and just super duper slow. So I don't think that was a viable strategy call. And look, I'm nearly catching up to the pack of drivers I was with before I boxed, which was, yeah, Piastri and Tsunoda. It is raining now though, chat. So that could give them a little lifeline. It depends how quickly the rain will come down to make it into intermediates. Of course, we're waiting for that call. The DRS is disabled. As soon as DRS is disabled, that's when we box. Shout out to Gullis. Thank you very much, MT. Appreciate it. He's a down-to-earth guy. It's okay for me. Thank you very much. Change to wets will be important. Exactly.
Okay, I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
Okay, I think it might be the slap chat, to be fair. The fact they're saying we think we're still on the right tyres for now means it is coming. The crossover is on its way. We'll set intermediate tyres to be ready. And we will get ready with that chat. Yokos, thank you very much for the follow here on Twitch.
Ahead, 4.2 seconds.
We're definitely losing grip. But are we losing enough to warrant a switch to intermediate tyres? That's the question. Are we losing enough, chat? I don't know. 3.8. We're gaining on the cars ahead still. Sainz barely gaining on me. Still feel okay, chat. I'll be honest. I still feel okay. It's a little bit slippery. It's a little bit greasy. Until we get that call, I'm not boxing. I don't want to go too early. I can't risk it, chat. Although that was slippery there, wasn't it? Oh, what do we reckon? Our driver's making that call. Drivers, I think, are making that call. We're going to follow him. I think drivers are making that call, chat. Intermediate tyres, let's go. It was getting a little bit greasy. Maybe they're switching to another set of dry tyres, which if they are, that is a terrible decision. And they are. They're going to dries. That's a terrible, terrible decision. It's getting wet out here, chat. It's raining right now. That is terrible. That is a terrible, terrible decision from Piastri and Yuki Tsunoda. They'll be in the box the next couple of laps.
No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Right, let's take it nice and easy on these tyres. I don't know if it was the right call. I kind of followed them, thinking that they were going to intermediates. And instead, they're just going to a new set of dries. Let's keep an eye on the tyre temps, chat. And where we feel in terms of driving compared to the guys ahead of us. Oh, it's a bit slow. Weather report.
Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain.
10 more minutes of rain. So it won't rain for long. Teammates in the box.
Right now,
Yeah, it's got to be Inters. It's got to be Inters now. If George is coming in the box, he's recently boxed. There we go. Yeah, DRS disabled. We made the right call, chap. We made the right call. Oscar Piastri and Yuki Tsunoda have made a terrible call, and that's going to be an easy overtake for me on those two. Charles Leclerc has smashed it, though. Going long to the intermediate rain, and has gained in positions. Going on a harder compounded tyre. Fair play to him. Kimi Antonelli is up next. He's on dry tyres still, so it's going to be a very, very easy overtake in this race. And there we go. There we go. Right, where's Pierce? Where's Piastri? Where is everybody else? Where is everybody else, chat? Let's see as we go down in towards turn one. They're all in the pit lane. All coming out of the pits right now. Just got to take it cautiously without being too cautious. There's Sainz ahead. He might have actually gained on us. Sainz very quick in that Williams. And Yuki Tsunoda. And they have. Yep, Carlos Sainz does gain. And is right behind Yuki Tsunoda, who had to do a double stack in this race. Charles Leclerc has pressure now from Max Verstappen. But he's definitely lost a bit of pressure from the likes of Pierre Gasly and those other drivers. I don't know who else it was that came into the box. Again, oh, that's deep. It was Ocon, wasn't it? It was Ocon who made the pit stop. Made that mistake, going to a new set of soft tyres. And this is, I think, where we're going to struggle a little bit, chat. We are set up for the dry. AI's traction is insane. So we've got to survive this weather for about 10 minutes. Then the track will dry up and we can push again. We can push again, chat. So we'll see what we can do. Got to be careful with the tyre wear and with the traction of this circuit. Push, 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 burn the battery. I think going hot lap through the corners is not a good idea. I think we need to be medium and then just burn it on the straights. What do we reckon, chat? Full wets maybe, seems super slippery. Nah, full wets are as useless on the game as they are in real life. Oh, that's a bit too deep. And there's no momentum carried through the corner there. No cornering speed. Definitely got a lot closer to Yuki, but I don't know if that's now going to drive away from us. Because they just seem a little bit better in the wet conditions. George Russell lost out some time, I think. Because, of course, he made that extra pit stop. And those other drivers ahead, we've got, I think, Pierre Gasly, or it's actually Albon, I think, maybe, who's in the lead this race with Norris behind in second. George Russell's third at the moment with Alex Albon in fourth. Then it's Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen battling for 5th and 6th. We've done a good job from 18th on the grid to P9 right now. And it's just trying to make sure we score some points if Leclerc does outscore us to make it easier for us when we go to Vegas. And less risk involved. But let's take it easy on this wet period. Weather report.
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes.
5 minutes. So yeah, it's not raining long. It's just a bit of a sprinkled in, chat. It's going to come down, and then we're going to go back to dry tyres, and we should be able to be quicker than the AI again. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, very tough. Very tough in the wet. Very tough. Will it stay rainy till the end? No. No, it's going to dry in 10 minutes. Or 5 minutes, to be fair. 4.4. We've just not got the traction. We've not got the grip. And we've not got the aerodynamic performance of the car to get ourselves turned through those corners right now. Undercut the AI pitting for dries. I don't think that's a wise idea, to be honest, because the dries, it's not like in dry conditions where you do an undercut. If you undercut on dries in wets, you're just going to have no grip. So we will wait until it says DRS enabled, or we see other drivers box for dry tyres. It'll be one of those two. One of those two. It's 5.2 is the gap. Bortoletto catching us up from behind. We do need to be careful of that. And then I think we go hard tyres till the end, chat. Hard tyres until the end after the rain period. It'll be about lap 36 maybe. And we just go hard tyres to the end, chat. What do you reckon? One in the chat to run hards to the end. Oh my god. 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 Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? I've saved it. I've saved it. I've saved it. I've saved it. That's a lot of time lost. But I did save it. Oh, Nelly. That curb nearly murdered us. Okay, one in the chat for hards, two in the chat to run mediums, even though they would be used mediums, I think. Yeah, they would be used mediums. One in the chat for hards, two in the chat for used mediums. Would be running like medium soft and going aggressive with some undercuts. Hards will be going long and hoping they box. Because a few of them have run hards. It'll be interesting to see which one of the front runners have already run hards in this race. That time loss was not good for my race, because I just need to survive this wet period, as I've said. And I haven't done a good job of it there. Right, overtake down straight, so that's what I need to be doing. I'm just way too wide and deep on some of these corners, just because, as I say, I do not have the wings. If I was running the high wing setup, we would be fine right now, but we'd also just be a sitting duck on the straight. So there's things that we've got to do to survive in the race, chat. The AI are just able to be good around everywhere. As Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc still batting it out. When's this rain going to end? How quickly is it going to dry? Questions we're all going to figure out very, very soon, chat. Oh! He's got past me. Are we still struggling with rear tyre attempts? No, we're not. It's just this car. It's a car on the downforce. Losing out to Bortoletto isn't great. But it is what it is, chat. I'm not too worried about fighting right now. I know I'm quicker than him in the dry. We're going to have to take that hit now, chat. That's the cons of running a dry setup. Is we are slow in this period, but it's such a short amount of rain. Weather report.
Current forecast is 5 or 10 minutes more.
I mean now 5 or 10 minutes of rain. You said 5 minutes. 5 minutes ago. What are you doing, Hayden? We're just not quick enough in the wet. Chat, we've got to take this hit. Sometimes, okay, you're not always going to be good in every condition. The AI have a huge advantage in the wet. They have insane acceleration, which just helps them so much. Just drive out these corners.
Okay, I think the track's going to be drying out quite soon. Be
okay,
careful
good.
you don't burn out your tyres.
Let's get ready for hard tyres, chat. We're ready for hard tyres to go till the end and see what we can do. I don't think we're going to have to worry about burning them out. Bortoletto will be pulling me along a little bit here. We are so far away from our teammate and the race win here, but that's okay. If there's a safety car, that would definitely make things very interesting. But we've got into a good position, back into the points after a very, very difficult qualifying yesterday. Ah, what am I doing? Consistency is just whack today. It's so bad. It's so bad. Matty D, how are you doing? Just got to take this hit. Like, it sucks. It sucks right now. There's nothing worse than not having the pace in certain conditions. But in the dry, we saw how quick we were. We saw how quick we were in the dry, chat. In the first stint. And then, of course, being on brand new tyres. So we've just got to trust that, yeah, we've lost about, 10 seconds in this wet period. That's huge. That's a huge amount of time. But we've got to trust that we can catch that back up.
We're still definitely on the right tyre for the time being, but
we are on the right tyre.
Miles away from slick conditions. Okay,
that sounds good. It's really, really light, the rain right now. Still getting a little bit of spray. But really, really light on the rain right now, chat. As soon as it says DRS enabled, we go again. Use some battery. I'm using battery on the straights. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I am using battery. We recharge it through the corners. We use it on the straights. In the wet, you don't want to be burning it through the corners as much because you're just going to spin up the rears and it's going to give you the opposite effect. You're not going to gain any time. You're just going to lose it. So, trust me, chat. Don't backseat drive all the time. You don't know what you're doing? I do. Okay? So you just got to trust in me. Let's keep on going. Right, rain is drying up. It's got to be any moment now. It's going to stop. And then we're going to get ready for some dry conditions once again. Track will be greasy at the start, especially on those hard tyres. But we can be good. We can be good here, chat. We can be good here. A safety car would be really nice. That is true. But it is what it is. If we don't get one, we don't get one. We've got a huge championship lead. 25 points over Charles Leclerc. He is currently in P5 in this race. Could be P6. We are currently P10. We're gaining a point. The gap will be 16 points as it stands right now. If he gets overtaken by Max, the gap will then be 18 points. And it makes it a lot better for me. Right, it's stopped raining, chat. Where's those dry tyres? Tell me DRS enabled. Tell me DRS enabled. And we will box. We're going to wait for that though, chat. We're not gonna jump the gun. We will wait for DRS to be enabled. We're going to go to hard tyres. And we're going to try and make him last 35 laps until the end of this race, which I think we can do, chat. What do we reckon? Hards, will they last till the end? One in the chat if you think they will last the end. Two if you don't. Jesus, it's drying up very quickly. Next lap, I reckon. Yeah, same. Next lap. Yeah, I've used my mediums. I won't have a chance to use mediums. But I don't think mediums will last as long. So I think hards are the right call. It'll be interesting to see what some of the AI do. Because obviously there's some of them that have used hards. Oh, that's very deep. Surely it's got to be dry enough now. I'm not boxing until it tells me to. I'm not taking that risk. There's no need to take risk, chat. We're still in a points position. Unless I feel 100% confident that it is time for dries. I mean, our rears are not overheating. Which doesn't give me that indication that it's fully time for dry tyres yet. It's not, we're in those sort of conditions where they finally think it's okay to start the race. And there is a yellow flag on track. Somebody's had a failure. Somebody is having a failure, chat. And it is... Who is it? Oh, is it Alexander Albon? It might be Albon, chat. It might be Albon. This could be the cause of a safety car. If there's a safety car, we box. There is! It's a full safety car, chat. It's a full safety car. We box for hards, chat. We box for hards. Oh, this gets us right back in it. We survived the wet period. That's all we needed to do. Keep it on the tarmac. Survive the wet period of the race. And then go pedal to the metal in the dry. And that's what we're going to do now. That's what we're going to do. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Boldy, thank you for the follow. Josh Bennett, thank you for the follow as well. Let's box. Let's box. Hard tyres going on the car, chat. Hard tyres going onto the car. FIFA, Grinder, thank you for the follow. Ramindo, Jamie Claus, thank you for the follow as well. Right, everybody into the box. My teammate into the box. I'm glad it was my teammate that has lost out. I gain a position from it, but also so does Charles Leclerc, who stays out. Charles Leclerc stays out. Very, very interesting strategy call there from the leaders. Not to box for a new set of hard tyres. I'm going to box. It could be a risk. It might not dry up. But we've got a box. We've got a box. I think we're going to jump Charles Leclerc because of this, chat. We're going to jump Charles Leclerc because of this. Although the gap could be too big, that they might still come out ahead of me. But Lando Norris boxes for another set of intermediate tyres. What is he thinking? What is he thinking? It is time for dries. It's time for the dry tyres, or at least it will be after this safety car. Hard tyres going on the car. I need to reset my pedals. There we go. They've been reset. And boom. Purple. Nice. Let's get ready to go.
Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop.
If they end up staying on inters, should definitely dry up. It will dry up. It will. They've got to surely they've got to box this lap. Unless I'm now going to drive and feel that these tyres are terrible. But I think they're going to be fine. Yeah, okay, it's not going to be great. And I probably have lost that position there to Lawson because I've just boxed the dries, but we're going to make this all back up, chat. We're going to make all of these positions back up. Take it nice, easy on tyres. Who's boxing? Anybody boxing for dries? Still not boxing. We could be in the lead of this race, chat. We could lead this race after the safety car. Because surely it's going to be time for dries. Track feels a little bit slippery. Don't get me wrong. There's not a lot of grip right now. But it will grip up. It's got to grip up. I will be surprised if it doesn't grip up. And anybody else who boxes now will gain from it. And nobody else decides to box. So it looks like we are going to be the only ones who are going to gain right now. We've got to catch up to the safety car, of course. It's down at turn 4. They still have a chance. If they box this lap, they might still come out ahead of me, chat. But look, our rear tyres are already heating up. It is time. It is time for dries. Like, our rear tyres are heating up. Our front tyres will heat up as well over the course of the next few laps. We're right on the crossover phase, but I'm adamant that this is the right tyre to be on. What are they doing? What is everybody doing? I can be leading this race at the end of this lap, potentially. It all depends on how far back we are. We are quite a bit far back, to be fair. As long as the safety car doesn't come in this lap. If it comes in this lap, then we are in trouble. Safety car, what will you do? Not coming in this lap. Okay, good. We've got another lap. They've got a box. They have to box. I will be so surprised if they don't box. Are they waiting for DRS? I don't think so. They're waiting for the game just to tell them it's dry enough. And the dry tyres are better than the inters. And yes, the inters might be slightly better right now. They're boxing. There they go. They're boxing. They're all boxing. This is the moment then, chat. Where do we come out? Do we gain from that earlier pit box?
Coming in for a stop.
Let's find out. Let's find out. George is in. They're all in. They're going to be double stacking and getting in each other's way everywhere right now. It'll be very interesting to see who comes out where. Charles Leclerc will be in P2 in this race, but we are going to be in a fight, I think, for the top 5. And there's a lot of drivers who are still staying out. We're still having to take it cautiously under safety car conditions. We maybe boxed a little bit too early. I don't know. No, I think we're fine. Can I get Norris? 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 Oh, Norris just about gets me. Norris just about gets me. That's fine though, chat. That's fine. I'm out just behind Lando Norris, Carlos Sainz, Max Verstappen, and George Russell. So we are currently in net P6 in this race, meaning I've gained a lot of time, because don't forget how far back I was. I was about 40 seconds off the leaders. The fact that I've nearly jumped them is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Everybody who stayed out on intermediate tyres, they're in a bad position. Leclerc might go long and then soft. I don't know what... Anybody who ran the medium tyre in the first stint is not necessarily hard done by, because 30 laps to go. I think they can do a medium stint. It's just whether they decide to do so. Norris, will be interesting to see what he does. He lost out big time running inters and then dries. But everybody else has got to come into the box now. Everybody else has got to come into the box right now, and they will. And we are going to gain. And where are we going to come out from this chat? Where are we going to gain? What position are we going to be in? They're all into the box. Gasly's going to lose out big time. And that is P6 for me in this race. Charles Leclerc is in P2. Okay, that is really good for Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is in P2. But for us, in our race, we're in a good place. We're in a really good place. Don't you feel like everyone is faster than you on the straights on high difficulty? Yes, they are. They are, and that's something that we do have to work around. I hate that my chat on YouTube is doing that. We're back. Great race. Love these races with the rain in between. Yeah, it's definitely made things really interesting. But can we get onto the podium, chat? 1 in the chat if you believe we can get onto the podium. 2 if you don't. 1 in the chat if you believe that we can score a podium. 2 if you do not. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, hit that follow button. It gives me a little bit of extra brake horsepower. Makes me go faster. Piton, thank you for the follow. A-Word as well. Predator King, thank you for the follow. Divank, thank you for the follow. A lot of people saying ones. A lot of believers. That's what we love to see. Thank you very much. Warren, Leah, Georgia, Pichu Vegas, Wayne, thank you for the follows. Thank you, everybody dropping the follows and subscribing. over on YouTube as well. Really appreciate every single one of you. Safety car should be in on this lap, and it is in. We go racing again from P6 on this grid. Our hard tyres are cold. They will take a little bit longer to warm up, but they will not overheat. They will not overheat. As we know, the AI have perfect tyre temps. And that is something we're going to have to watch out for in the opening laps, chat. The AI being aggressive from behind and going on the offensive. So we do have to be careful. And away we go. We're racing again. Why is he in none mode? Why is he in none mode? It allows me to go side by side Piastri, though. Nice and easy on the brakes. Nice and easy with the tyres. Piastri's still in none mode on the safety car restart. And we've got it. We've got it. Yes, we've got it. There we go. We've got past Norris. Sorry, not Piastri. Just like Spa. His battery not working. Aviation, thank you very much for the roses. Appreciate that. And now we've got to try desperately to catch back up to Carlos Sainz and make sure we do not lose out to the DRS train. Because we've got a lifeline here to get myself back into it. But I don't want to lose it now. And we've got to be careful with these tyres because they're going to take a little bit of time to get back into that temperature window, chat. A little bit of time. Took our 10-second penalty. He broke behind safety car. I don't think he did. I think he was fine. Norris was fine. I don't think he did anything dodgy. He just had battery turned off. That was his issue. No, gears, gears, gears. Don't do that. I think I can just about scrape DRS. I mean, it's not available this lap anyway. So that's fine. Let's push, let's push, let's push. As I say, they're really quick. Really quick on the restart because they've just got tyre temps. We don't. Look at our tyres. They're still a little bit cold, especially on that front left. DRS now enabled. Norris has a little look on the inside. We'll leave the room on the inside there. And now he does get the DRS on me. So we're going to have to burn the battery all the way down this straight and hope that our tyres start to warm up very, very soon. Charles Leclerc, the best driver on the grid, now putting George Russell under some pressure at the front. What tyres is Charles Leclerc going for? What tyres is he on? Let's see. How do you have enough time to do a full 100% race? I get bored. That's where we differ. That's where we differ. I love racing. I think there's so much to do during a 100% race than just drive the same circuit over and over again. We've got to push to catch up. We had a little bit of rain. The Mercedes car has the lead, so George still leads the way, but Leclerc is putting him under pressure. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Norris keeping right to my tail. Obviously, those medium tyres definitely going to help him, as well as the tyre temps that he has anyway. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Push, push, push. Eddie, thank you for the follow. Ryan, thank you for the follow. Morgan and Data, thank you for following the live stream. We are live 6 days this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So make sure if you haven't already hit that follow button, do so. Therefore, you never have to miss when we go live. And it's my birthday on Friday, or my birthday live stream on Friday, so join for that. Lando Norris goes to the overtake. That's fine, we're going to let him. He's got medium tyres. He will either have to box again, or his tyres will drop off. I'm okay with Norris being ahead of me right now. In all fairness, I probably should have let him stay there, and we wouldn't have lost out the DRS train. But I'm okay with Norris being ahead of me and just pulling me along right now. Norris can be that leader. He can punch a hole down the straights for me. And I can stay with him. Those medium tyres, though, they're cooking. Look at that. Look at the pace advantage he's got right now. This is crazy. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. OMG, you talk a lot. I do. I do. It's my job. It's my job to talk. Michael, thank you for the follow. Jack, Jake, Bonacho, Connor, Aaron. Thank you all for the follows, guys.
Teammate ahead of us. 3.7 seconds.
George Russell, only 3 seconds ahead. He's still keeping Charles Leclerc at bay. And let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do here. Just sticking with Lando Norris now. Put it back into hot lap mode. I think we're quicker through the middle sector. I don't need to look at tyre temps. So I need to get off that screen and keep it on my main screen, which is this one. That's what I want. I want that so I can switch around with the ERS settings as much as I possibly can to help me stay in that window of Lando Norris in this race. The more I stay with Norris, the more he's pulling me to the drivers in front on those medium tyres, and I have a better chance in this race. I really don't know what Leclerc, etc. are doing. Leclerc, if he starts on hard tyres, he's not in a good place. I think the mediums will have to box again. But I don't know. Be about 30 laps. on those tyres. They did go a long way, but I don't know, chap. I don't know. We're going to stay in the DRS of Lando Norris. Doohan doesn't have Lando Norris behind me, so this is fine. DRS wide open. Caspinda, Delta, Adam, BFC Joseph, Sanils, thank you for the follow. Philic, thank you for the follow over on Twitch as well. If you are new around here, do hit that follow button. If you want to support the channel, feel free to do so, chat. Become a subscriber if you are enjoying what you're watching on Twitch, or if you have a Twitch Prime lying about, make sure it doesn't go to waste. Use it. It's an easy way for Amazon's money to go into the pocket of your favorite content creator without having to spend a penny yourself. So if you have one, you might as well use it. Otherwise, it would just go to waste. And you don't even have to use it on me. Just whoever is your favorite content creator, just make sure you don't let it go to waste and you do use it. We're still on the back of Lando Norris now in this race. Carlos Sainz. We are gaining to the train, chap.
Battery charge is high.
We are gaining on the train. This is good. Charles Leclerc is in the lead of this race, chat. He is gaining 25 points. If we have an engine failure now, the gap will be even going into Vegas. We've just lost out on DRS on Lando Norris. We're going to need to burn the battery and hope and pray that we can get it back. We don't have a lot of straight line speed, but we hopefully are going to be good through turn 1 and turn 2. Lando Norris is flying on those medium tyres. That's why we let him go. We said he'd be flying, and he is. Esteban Ocon, we know he starts on hard, so he has to be on those medium tyres right now. We are dropping away from the train, but there is a train forming behind Charles Leclerc in this race as George Russell and Charles Leclerc go side by side. George gets position back, and they're fighting. The more they fight, the better it is for me. The more I'm going to be right on their tail here. Right on their tail. And for George Russell and Charles Leclerc, this is good for them. They can continue just to trade positions, work together, and that's going to shut the door on the rest of them. Look how much I've gained here, though. What has happened? I've gained so much time into that sector. That's crazy, chap. That is crazy. Right on the back now of Lando Norris. Back in the DRS window. Carlos Sainz is just there as well. A lot of drivers ahead on hard tyres. I don't know what Verstappen's on. I do not know what Verstappen, I do not know what Leclerc, and I do not know what Russell is on. Russell I can ask, though. Teammate status.
Gap to your teammate ahead, 2.2 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards.
Fresh hards, okay, so they're on the same strategy as me. George Russell, same strategy as me. Got to go now. Good luck from Australia, Hayden. Thank you very much, Banana. Appreciate you dropping into the stream. Hope to see you again soon. Hopefully tomorrow for the championship finale, which is another reason why you should hit the follow on the stream, so you know when we go live tomorrow. It will be the same time as today, but you will know. You will know then, and you will not miss out on the championship finales. They go side by side again, Charles Leclerc and George Russell. Russell holds on to it. He's helping me out for this championship, holding up Charles Leclerc now. But the moment that, you know, Leclerc gets through... Oh, look at all those follows coming in. You guys are crazy on TikTok. I think we're going to hit our goal of 300 followers gained again. You guys are absolutely insane. How many likes are we on as well? We got like 230k on Sunday, which was insane. Thank you very much for the roses to Piesterunau. Thank you very much for the roses. Really appreciate you. 60k likes. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Keep hitting that like button. Can we get to 100k by the end of this race? Can we get to 100k by the end of this race? Let's keep pushing. What does differential mean and do? It's just the difference that the tyres rotate at, as Charles Leclerc coming under pressure now from the Red Bull behind and not putting pressure on my teammate, which could be good. Could be showing that, you know, tyre drop off. Maybe he was on softs. We shall see with Charles Leclerc. Thank you very much everyone for the follows. Bartek, Cole Palmer, Saden, Katha, User, Cappy, Sam. Thank you all for the follows, guys. Oh, it's a bit wide. Dragging ourselves a little bit wide there. Charles Leclerc, what he needs to do is he needs to build a slight gap to Max Verstappen, but then also drag Max Verstappen to fight George Russell as he goes for the overtake so that Charles Leclerc can get out of the 1 second window. That's what he needs to do, and that's what we're hoping he doesn't do. We're so quick into that right-hander right there. That's where we gain the most on this circuit. The rest of the track we're okay on. The traction zones, we are terrible. That's where we suffer. So we need to try and look at the AI, where we're strong, where we're weak, and how we're going to get past Lando Norris and crew in this race. Of course, we don't want this championship to go down to Vegas. We want to win it today. We want to win it today. So we've got to still stay ahead of Jack Doohan until lap 53. I think that's going to happen as we're in the DRS train. He is not. What is the best likes for the race you have had? Most likes we've had that I can remember is the last stream that we did, which was like 230k likes. That was insane. Come on, come on, come on. Charles Leclerc, he's close to George here. The DRS and slipstream on this straight is really powerful. Like, really, really powerful. We're losing out a little bit. They're not fighting, so I won't be able to catch up, but we know where I'm strong, chat. Look how much I'm going to gain here. So gap now, 6 tenths, 7 tenths to Lando Norris. We're going to chuck the car in through the right. And then on the brakes. What is the gap at the corner? 3 tenths. 3 tenths. We gained 4 tenths just through 2 corners. Just goes to show how good we are there. And that is going to be our overtaking opportunity, chat. We just need to get a little bit closer out of turn 4 into turn 6 and around here as well. But this is so far pretty decent. Probably the closest we've been so far. So let's see what we can do on Lando Norris. And are we gaining here? I don't really think I'm going to gain too much. I just want to stay close to them, not battle them here. Maybe go for an overtake into turn 4 if I can. But again, don't rush anything. Slap 52 out of 71. As it stands right now, we're still going to be leading the championship. But if we make a mistake, if we get too greedy, chat, if we get too greedy, do I stream for a living or just for fun? Can't it be both? I stream for fun, and I'm very lucky to be able to call this my job. If we crash out and Leclerc gets past Russell, it'll be even going into Vegas. So sitting in P6 right now is okay, but obviously we don't want to sit here. We want to go for moves like that on Lando Norris, when we know it is 100% on. Lando Norris, again, very slow into that corner. Around the outside here, and there we go. We're past Norris, and that is a good overtake. And Carlos Sainz is up next. Max Verstappen on hard tyres. What is Charles Leclerc on? What tyres is Charles Leclerc on in this race? Let's keep on pushing. Keep the pressure on. I think he might be on mediums, but I'm not entirely sure here. Not entirely sure, chat. Go, go, go. If everyone smashes the likes, we can beat 230k likes. I mean, go for it. I'm setting you a goal of 100k, though. 100k. I believe you can beat that. I believe in you all. Right, we beat our goal. That's good stuff. Right, okay, Carlos Sainz up next. Got to stay with. It's a little bit more difficult now because we do have pressure from cars behind, chat. Being Lando Norris is doing a knock-on, fighting each other at the moment in this race. Of course, those medium tyres, as I said, working really well for those drivers. Still staying in the train. Charles Leclerc is going to see me in the mirrors and thinking, okay, I need to get a move on now. I need to overtake. I'm a little bit too far back here, aren't I? Yeah, a little bit too far back. I could have gone for the risky dive. It's just a little bit too far back. It's not worth the risk. I don't want to break my front wing, chat. I do not want to break my front wing. If I break my front wing, we're in a really tricky situation, chat. But can we still get on the podium, though? That's the question. Charles Leclerc dropping away from George Russell now.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake.
Oh, this could be interesting. George Russell might have just broken away in this race, and Charles Leclerc could become under pressure from Max Verstappen under the DRS, and I think it's going to happen. I think George Russell's going to have a chance here, chat, to drive away, as Max Verstappen has a look on Charles Leclerc, can't quite get it done. Is he still within DRS range of George, though? That is the question. Has he still got that DRS on George Russell? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We're okay here. Thank you very much, Simo, for the 5 gifts. Appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for the gifts, by the way. 100k likes. We're on 100k already. Okay, do you know what? Go for 230. If you can beat 230, this is the best stream. And you guys are the best chat. Okay? I believe in you, TikTok. We got yellow on track. That could be cause for another safety car. What would we do, though? I don't know what we would do if there was another safety car. I don't have a new set of mediums. I don't know where. It would be nice to know where your mediums are on. Yuki Tsunoda, DNF. No safety car. Okay, cool. No safety car. Good, good, good. We continue on racing as Charles Leclerc has done a good recovery to get back in the DRS of George Russell. So very good for them. Mox and Ren and Kong and Longy. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys on Twitch are insane as well. Don't you worry. I'm not counting you guys out. Yellow flag has gone away. And we go back to racing once again. As Charles Leclerc still just trying to hold on to the DRS of George Russell. George Russell going through a phase where he's really, really fast at the moment. Flathead, Martin, Hazard, Chiru and Simon, thank you for the follows. Lando Norris having a little look here, but can't find any room. So he's not going to work his way through. Thank you to Lochi over on Twitch for the follow. Again, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. It really helps support us. I do appreciate it. And let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do, chat. Skarn and Took, thank you for the follows. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Push, push, push. Sticking with Carlos Sainz now. We are decent in this race, chat. I think we have pace to go forward. We just have to make sure we time it right. We're on lap 55 out of 71. We've got a lot of laps still left to go. So let's see. Lots Farry, thank you very much for the follows. Charles Leclerc very close to George Russell. I don't want him to overtake George because it's more points gained for him. Come on, George, I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you here. We want to win this championship. As it stands right now, the championship will go down to the final round in Las Vegas. The championship will go down to the final round in Vegas, but we're so close to Carlos Sainz here. Okay, okay, do we do it? Do we do it, chat? Up the inside. Still on the inside of Sainz. He's still on the outside. He's fighting it. Still on the outside for Carlos Sainz. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Around the outside of Sainz here through the left-hander. He'll get the traction on the inside. We're still wheel-to-wheel with the Williams driver. Good little battle going on here in Brazil. Big lunge up the inside, and we've got it. That's P4 in the race, chat. That is P4 in this race, but we still have to watch out. Carlos Sainz will not be done yet. He'll be looking to try and snuff back that position, especially down the long straight. But that was a good little fight. Clean, respectful battle. And let's see what we can do. 100. Don't tell me you're already on 150k. There is no way. There is no way you lot on 150k. You lot are insane. Absolutely insane. What track is this? This is Brasilia. The Brazilian Grand Prix is Max Verstappen. Right behind Charles Leclerc again. Waiting in the wings. And might be able to have a chance to pounce here and now. Charles Leclerc on those medium tyres. So I think he might have to box again, chat. I'm not going to lie. I think Charles Leclerc might have to box, and we are going to win this championship today. We are going to win this championship today. Norris overtakes Carlos Sainz, showing that maybe actually those medium tyres are still pretty decent. They are still pretty decent in this race. Right, how much can we catch up on Max Verstappen through this right-hander? Oh, it's good. Oh, it's really good. Look at that. A little bit wide, just because I didn't want to drive into the back of him. I gained a bit more than I expected there on Max. So I was a bit cautious, but it's good to be cautious, chat. Cautiousness will save us. As Leclerc, again, just on the fringes of George Russell's DRS, but I think he's caught back up to it. I think he's got it. And Lando Norris now out of our DRS. That could mean that they're out of this battle. That could mean that these guys are out of the battle. Thank you very much to Clem for the follow, to Trash Star, to Eon Anderson, Kova. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. Appreciate all of you. And Charles Leclerc back in the DRS of George Russell, cementing himself as a challenger still for this race win. Not dropping away from that. Thank you for the follow, whoever you are. I can't see your name, but thank you for the follow. Jan Lucas, sorry for the rose. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you. Thank you very much to Jan, to Lucas, to Dimko, to Silas, to Oscar, to Alex, to ACL, to LG. Thank you all for the follows, guys. Keep them coming in. Keep them coming in. Can we beat 300 followers? Can we do it? Push, 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 push. Still with these guys. If Charles Leclerc wins this race and we are in P4, the gap will be taken down by 13 points. 13 points. We don't want that. Don't tell me we're already on 200k likes. You guys are insane. Insane. You guys have done so many. Just generally at the rate you're going, you could probably get 500k by the end of this stream. The rate that you guys are going at right now. Right, Charles Leclerc still on the back of George Russell. We're still on the back of Max Verstappen. Let's see what Lando Norris can do to get back into our DRS. And if he does, it shows that those medium tyres have still got really good life in them and can go till the end. I kind of hope for Charles Leclerc that he can go to the end and is not hard done by. I would like to win this race and beat him in this championship without him having something like that, where he's just unfortunately not got the tyre allocation because of a bit of a rain period. But you've got to think about those things sometimes. I decided when we went to mediums, I said we go mediums now, we go hards after the rain. That's what we decided. We made that decision. We knew what we had with tyre allocation. We knew we didn't have any more mediums. We knew it was going to be hards after the pit stop, or hards after the rain. And so we decided hards after the rain. Right, Charles Leclerc's so close to George here. He's made a little mistake actually, which is going to allow Max Verstappen a little look. And in fact, actually, George Russell to maybe break away in this race. And that's just tyre wear, I think, coming into it, chat. That's the tyre wear coming into it. 230k likes. Bing bong. You've done it. Most likes on a TikTok stream. You're crazy. How have TikTok and Twitch got 150k likes? Because TikTok, you can spam the likes. You can give as many likes as you want. Whereas Twitch, YouTube chat, you can only like the stream once. Oh, a little loss of rear from me. But Max Verstappen could help me in my championship battle here by overtaking Charles Leclerc and allowing George Russell to drive away with the race win. And if it stays as it is, I think we will be Constructors' Champions because they will not be able to catch up. I think we will be Constructors' Champions as we're going to gain a lot through this corner. So it's okay, even if we lost some time. Can Hayden become champion in Brazil? If we beat Leclerc on track, we are champion. If we don't, we are not. P2 for Leclerc at the moment. 11 laps of this race left to go. Verstappen putting Leclerc under so much pressure right now. As Leclerc tries his best to stay close to George Russell. He will still have the DRS, and that is saving him. But as soon as he loses that DRS, he's in trouble. He is in trouble, chat. Let's see what we can do. Lando Norris very close behind us, but not close enough. Everyone hit the like button, it will fly up. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Yellow flag? Was that a yellow? No, I thought the yellow flag flashed up. That was weird. Why did it look like the yellow flag flashed up then? Right, I'm bored. Let's get past Max Verstappen here. Come on, come on, come on. Do we have the pace? We're very, very close to him now. Let's stay close through here. As Charles Leclerc is now putting pressure on George Russell. He's seen that I'm pushing. He's seen that I'm coming for him. And he's like, damn boy, I need to get a move on. I need to get a move on. My rival's on his way. Side by side with Max if we can. We can go for it here. We know we're good through this corner. Still side by side with Max Verstappen. We go wide a little bit, but still wheel to wheel with him. Can we get the corner on the inside here? Still wheel to wheel with Max. We don't want to lose the DRS. It's still wheel to wheel. You have to leave the space. We will show ethical wheel to Max. Still side by side with a Red Bull driver. Still wheel to wheel. This is not good. This is taking us out of the DRS, and Max is now going to get the DRS on us. So he's going to just fly back past on the straight, and that could have just opened the door for Charles Leclerc to take this race win. Max Verstappen, though, struggling to get past. There he goes on the right-hand side. We're now going to get DRS as Charles Leclerc, I think, is going wheel to wheel with George Russell, and they are. They're going wheel to wheel through turn 2 and turn 3. Charles Leclerc takes the race lead, but is it over yet? Is he going to hold on to it? George Russell will try and come back. Max Verstappen will get offensive. We'll try around the outside of Max into turn 4 to take the podium position. And we have done it. We've seen Charles Leclerc take the lead of this race. And we now know the pressure is on. He's only gaining 10 points on me in the championship. As it stands, if it would finish now as it is, Charles Leclerc, the gap between the two of us will be 15 points going into the final race of the season. But we want to reduce that gap. We want to be champion, but can we be so? The DRS is critical right now. We need to push and try and get our DRS. Otherwise, Max Verstappen's going to swallow us up, and I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're just a little bit too far out. Let's try and see what we can do into the final corner. Push into here. Try and get the traction. Utilize the ERS across the DRS line. I think we just got it, and we did. And we did. We've got the DRS now to hunt down George Russell and Charles Leclerc. George will come back at the Ferrari driver. He goes to the inside line. They go wheel to wheel. No, George Russell backs out of that one. He knows there's another DRS opportunity coming up and a great chance to overtake and retake the lead of this race. But we have unfortunately lost our DRS to the guys in front. I'm going to have to burn the battery as much as I possibly can. Hey, if you want me to overtake George Russell, you give team orders, chat. Don't tell me what I got to do. You have the ability to do that. We can gain points in the championship. Do you want to help my championship or not? And this is maybe why I'm leaving Mercedes for Ferrari. Because they have no ambition to help me out in this championship right now. As we're back in the DRS of Russell and Leclerc. But we can very easily lose it. Very easily lose it through these corners. We've not got a lot of battery. This is going to be difficult, chat. Max Verstappen right on our tail. We've also got Lando Norris for company as well. Both of them could very easily fly past me if I do not have DRS. We are in the DRS now, so I can use a bit of ERS. This lap 63 out of 71. I'm going to stick behind George Russell here and sort of see what I can do in this race. George is faster than you. Stay behind. But we've got a championship to fight for. He doesn't. He doesn't, and we can stay second and third for the constructors. He can be my rear gunner. I don't think he has any ambition to do that, sadly, does George Russell. He wants to be the team leader. He has indications that we are thinking of leaving the team for next season. Max Verstappen has a little look through turn 4, but is not close enough to go for the overtake. And we're going to hold on to third in this race for the time being. We've got to keep on pushing. We have to beat Charles Leclerc for us to be crowned champion today. If not, it rolls on to Vegas tomorrow. And the gap, as it stands right now, would be 15 points. Weather report.
Okay, radar is clear.
Radar clear. I saw a few clouds in the distance. Probably just the clouds from earlier. Over there, look at the clouds. Look, it's a bit dark over there, a bit dark behind us as well. Of course, Interlagos. Named Interlagos because it means in between lakes. And that's why there's a lot of rain around here. Because the rain goes up into the clouds from the lakes. And then obviously, when it gets to some difficulties, the clouds get a bit too heavy. And it rains down on the ground. Right, that's your science lesson over. Max Verstappen closing in down into the first corner. But we're good on the brakes there. We're good on the brakes. So Max Verstappen will not have an opportunity to overtake through turn 1 and turn 2. We're going to burn the ERS once again. We don't really have the opportunity to close up to George Russell and go for the overtake, sadly. They want me to overtake before lap 71. That, of course, is the final lap of the race. Will Leclerc. That was nearly a big slip. That was nearly a big slip. How was tyre wear? Tyre wear's really good. So hards was definitely the right call. Mediums will last. Mediums will last here, and I don't have to worry about Charles Leclerc boxing and waiting for that. He will go to the end on those mediums. And so if we want to win the championship today, we have to overtake him. But my teammate is being a stick in the mud right now and making it difficult for me. As we've got Max Verstappen right at our tail. Lando Norris is there. Sadly for Carlos Sainz, he's dropped off a little bit from this battle. Can Lando Norris be aggressive? Oh, just not got the traction out of the corner there.
Right, we need to get past
And that is allowing Max Verstappen a great opportunity for the run into the first corner. We're going to have to go on the attack as the best form of defense here. Oh, a little bit too late on the brakes. Oh, and a bit of a slide there as well. Max Verstappen again, right on my tail. He's so close now, chap. He's so close. Can we hold him off? We can. But we're running out of battery there. We need to try and save the battery back up. Through the midsection of the corners. And again, a little slide. Got to be careful. Got to be careful through there. Max Verstappen is hunting me down. He's putting me under a lot of pressure right now in this race on lap 66 out of lap 71. And we're going to find out in about 5 laps' time if this championship rolls on to tomorrow. Or will we be crowned our first champion, our first championship here in Season 3? And we're going to find that out very, very soon. Charles Leclerc actually breaking a bit of a toe, a bit of a gap to George Russell here. Max Verstappen still putting us under pressure. We got a good exit though out of that corner. Oh, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. Forget that. His traction is insane, chat. Absolutely insane. We've got some good DRS. We've got some good slipstream. But we're running out of battery, chat. That is a big issue right now. We are really low on battery with Max Verstappen so close behind us. Nice and easy through here. Do we have the battery left? Do we have the battery left to hold off Max Verstappen? 3 tenths is the gap. Lando Norris putting him under pressure. We're putting George Russell under pressure. I'm burning my full battery, and I still can't do anything to overtake my teammate. I still can't do anything to overtake my teammate. 2 tenths, 3 tenths. That is the gap. And if I battle with George too hard, like I've done with Max Verstappen, that loses any opportunity for George to overtake Charles Leclerc. So we're in a bit of a rock and a hard place at the moment, chat. One in the chat if you think we should go on the attack. Try and get past George, and then try and overtake Charles Leclerc. 2 in the chat if you think we should just let George try and overtake Leclerc. 1 in the chat if you think we should go aggressive. 2 in the chat if you think we should wait and hope that Russell can overtake Leclerc on better tyres. What do you think, chat? What do you think? 1. Okay, George can't overtake Charles. Let's go for it then. Let's go for it. Let's try and get this overtake done and hope that we do not lose out to Max Verstappen in the process. Here we go, following behind George Russell, but we're just running low on battery. We're really bad on battery right now. Maybe we've got to wait a few laps or attempt it into our favourite corner. Can we stay ahead of Max Verstappen though? We're going to run out of battery here. We have run out of battery, but we do have DRS. We got a little bit. Come on. He'll get offensive. Run outside of George. He breaks early. We're still wheel to wheel though. Come on, I'm leaving space. He's my teammate. No! We can get him here. We can get him here. We can get him here. This is our corner. Oh! No! No! He's too slow into there than I expected. And that's lost me out to Norris and Verstappen. That is not what we wanted in this race, chat. And Norris will just tuck in there. Okay. We've got a couple of laps to get back into P3 and get back on the podium. Was that a brake check from Russell? Brake check, no. Toto, what is going on, man? I kept it clean. I stayed on my side of the bargain. George brake checked me. Right, I cannot use too much battery here. I need a little bit on the acceleration, but I cannot afford to use too much battery. I need to save it up this lap and go fully aggressive on the next one, chat. We've got to go fully aggressive on the next one. Russell is clearly a Charles Leclerc fan, but they're fighting Max Verstappen and George Russell now. That's going to help me. Charles Leclerc is going to win this race. Charles Leclerc is going to gain 25 points. So we need to make sure we minimize the amount that he gains over me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Norris now going on the attack of George Russell. They're all swamping him up. Can I go for a switchback? I can. Right, we're going to go side by side with George here. We're not going to let him be in front of me in towards this corner. He's backed out of it. All of that for nothing. All of that for nothing. And now we're P4 in this race with Lando Norris in third and Max Verstappen in second. Can Max go and catch up to Charles Leclerc in the remaining few laps of this race? Can I get past these two in the remaining few laps of this race? We've got to watch out for battery. We've got to watch out for George behind still. And just see what happens there. Can't believe my teammate doesn't want me, or the team doesn't want me to win this championship. George has no chance. George has no chance of the championship. Why is he fighting me? Why is he just not letting me go in a situation like that? I'm clearly faster than him. That is a shame. Lando Norris catches up to Max Verstappen. We're not wasting the battery right now. We're saving it. We're saving it for the key areas of the track that we know that we are quicker than the AI. We need to burn a little bit just to make sure that George Russell doesn't have an opportunity to go for that overtake. Does Lando Norris have the chance on Max Verstappen? Yes, he does. And these two fighting can present an opportunity for me to swoop up and take both of them, but I lose the rear end. Got a little bit too eager on the throttle. The tyres now starting to degrade, starting to step away from us. So we've got to be careful of that. Through my favourite corner then. Can we find an opportunity on Max Verstappen? Just a little bit too far back as we go into this corner around the outside. No grip out there. So let's stick behind the Red Bull driver as we're coming up to the final couple of laps of this race. It could have been P2. Mercedes opted not to switch the drivers around. They opted not to follow team orders and instead focus on holding position and not worry about the championship for the driver that is looking to move away in the next season of Formula One and instead prioritise their golden child, George Russell, in that position. But we've got the battery now and we've got Max Verstappen in our sights. The medium tyres still cooking in this race and doing a fantastic job. And we're going to try and sneak away a podium from Max Verstappen on the last lap of this race. Max right behind Lando Norris. Might have a chance to go for the overtake though on Norris. And we could sneak two for the price of one on the final lap of this 71 race Grand Prix. We follow in the DRS. Max will not get close enough to Lando Norris to look for an opportunity. So the opportunity will be mine in towards the double right-hander where we've been so strong all day long, all race long, and into the hairpin that follows it. Let's get early on the throttle through the right-hander. A last-ditch attempt on Max Verstappen. It's a big lunge on the Red Bull driver. They're still on the outside. It's a scrap for the podium. Max runs it a little bit deep, but we still hold it wheel to wheel. We've got the position for now. We've got it. We're onto the podium. Max can't find a way through. It's going to be all about the battery and the straight line speed on the run down towards the start-finish straight. Can Max Verstappen get us back? It will be Charles Leclerc. He's done exactly what he needed to do in this race. Win and dominate. And he's certainly done that. He's won the race. He's taken 25 points. But will his championship rival lose out at the line? Here comes Max Verstappen to the line. Who's going to get it? No! Max just gets me at the line. And it's P4. And we lose out 12 points. Or 13 points to Charles Leclerc. The championship will go down to a fight tomorrow at Las Vegas between me and Charles Leclerc. And this is going to get very, very exciting indeed. That was a really good last two laps. We did everything we could to try and get past Max Verstappen. But you know what? They're just so quick in a straight line. Everything I could try and do. ERS out of the final corner. I tried my best, chat. I tried my best. George Russell, he screwed us over. George Russell screwed us over. It sucks. Thank you very much, everyone, for the follows during that race. I really love the sport. And we're on 430k likes on the live stream. You guys are insane. You should use your battery better, bro. Come on. I know, I probably should do. I probably should do. But I wanted to make sure I didn't run out before the line. I don't play this game enough to know the exact numbers of how much battery I need from the last corner down to the start-finish straight. If, of course, I had all that information in front of me, that would be great. I'd be able to know exactly how much battery I needed at the end. But that's fine. That is fine with me. Sir, thank you for the follow. Disnas, Gary, Misa, Rizo, Rai, thank you for the follows over on TikTok as well. You guys are amazing. Aviation, thank you for the rose. Imran, Switz, Daniel, Amapi, I follow, Logan, Depp, Nunn, Max, Dom, The One Fry, Piltisis, Skater, Otru, Darthpool, Jack, KD17. Thank you, B, for the GGs. Thank you, everyone, for the love. 500k. Come on, you guys can do it. 500k likes. We're nearly there. Meathead, thank you for the follow. Craig, Parnav, Senna, Ollie, Theo, Fred, Dilla, Heli, Dward, Caleb. Thank you all for the follows. What time tomorrow? Same time tomorrow. We'll be live at 9 a.m. UK time. It will be 10 a.m. European time, which is the time for me. And we'll be taking on Las Vegas. It will be another 100% race at Las Vegas. Can you see how many likes you got from individuals, or is it just bulk numbers? I can't see how many likes from individuals, sadly. I can just see the total amount of likes on the stream, and it is insane that we are closing in on 500k. I didn't expect that. I was like, yeah, maybe we can get 100k, and you guys have smashed it. You guys have been amazing. Mercedes backstabbing me, indeed. 12 points gained. Charles Leclerc gains 25, and if we look at the standings going into the final race, 12 points is the gap. Alex O'Meal, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription for 2 months. Incredible. No, you are incredible. So what does that mean for the championship, chat? What does that mean? Well, we need to make sure that we do not get outscored by 12 points. 13 points was the gap today, so we need to make sure that we finish third as a minimum. If we finish third, that is the championship wrapped up. We've got it. Even if Leclerc wins the race. You get rid of Abu Dhabi, yes. Vegas seems just like a much better finale. Who doesn't want to win the championship in Vegas and then go and party afterwards? That's exactly what we want to do. Where are we in the constructors? That's wrapped up, baby. We are constructors champions. Even though we can't work together in the final race, we are constructors champions. The photo finish, the timing on the thing. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at the timings for the results. So Max Verstappen beat me by 3 thousandths. Let's have a look at the replay. Let's look at it. I want to see the photo finish as well. Thank you for reminding me. That was a really enjoyable race for 71 laps. Let me know in the chat, actually. I want to know quickly. We'll find out again. I'll ask this question again tomorrow. 1 in the chat if you would like me to do 100% races all the time. 2 in the chat if you're happy with 50s. 1 in the chat if you want 100% races every single time we race. 2 in the chat if you want 50% races. This was so good. Such a good battle on the last lap. We went for a huge lunge. A huge lunge. We were so strong here. A huge lunge on Max. We were lucky he didn't turn in. Then side by side, great fighting with Max Verstappen. Look at this. Still wheel to wheel. And then we just got him there. And I thought he was going to have another look into this corner. He couldn't quite do so. And I don't think we did anything wrong from here. I think maybe we accidentally went down into... We didn't shift down. I don't know if that was my wheel or just me. So we were in a bit too high of a gear out of here. And that might have cost us. But... Max gets us he gets us there. He sadly gets us here on the run to the line. Yeah, that's the photo finish there. Look at it. There we go. There it is. There it is. We're at our nose of the line, and Max sadly has over a wheel over it. And yeah, it is what it is, chat. It is what it is. It's a shame. It's a shame. But if it wasn't for George Russell, that P2 was in the bag, not even P3. We wouldn't even be having this discussion about a fight for P3. It would have been P2. He could have been my rear gunner. He could have protected me, and we would have been fine. But sadly, George Russell did not want to do any of that. He didn't want to do any of that. So we go into the final race now. 12 points. 12 points the gap. It means it's exciting. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited. I'm happy that we have got something to talk about tomorrow. So we have a new ratings rivalry with Oscar Piastri. We're 91 rated so far. We finished P3. Our focus is down a little bit, but that's okay. It's already 97. And our recognition is slightly lower than George's, mainly because we are moving away. That was a mega drive. Thank you very much, Dark Light. How many likes are we on? How close are we to 500k over on the stream? How close are we, boys and girls? Because that was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You guys on TikTok. All right, I'm going to see how many follows you've done as well on the stream, because you guys are crazy on the follows. 500 followers gained is absolutely insane, guys, on TikTok. You guys are insane. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you all. Doesn't mean I don't love the other platforms. You guys are amazing on the other platforms as well. Don't you worry. Right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. And wrap up the career mode. We've got a few weekly resource points coming, but what I will say is we are not upgrading this Mercedes car anymore. We got a little bit more because of the engine issue, but very, very thankful that did sort itself out. 491k likes. Damn it, guys. You guys are crazy. 495. Stay Frosty, thank you for the follow. Speed, thank you for the follow. You also got 1.1k viewers. Well done. Thank you very much, Muso48. That's crazy. I appreciate that. That's insane, guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing. How long are you streaming? This is going to be the end now. We're going to be raiding in a second. Let's just finish up the career mode and get ourselves set up for the final race of the season. Alpine now the best team on the grid. But look at Ferrari. Ferrari have had a big drop off. There we go, 500k likes. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. 500k likes on the stream. 500 followers on the stream. TikTok, I love each and every one of you. That's the standings as we wrap up. We will be back tomorrow, though, chat. We will be back tomorrow. There is a championship to decide. It's me versus Charles Leclerc, and we're going to be finding out who comes out on top. Can we win our first championship, or will Charles Leclerc win theirs before we potentially move to Ferrari and go head-to-head next season? Sean, thank you very much for the flaming tyre over on the TikTok stream. Thank you, everybody. We're going to raid Tombino, of course. It's the start of the week. We're going to give the Tombino raid. If you're watching on YouTube, it will be a redirect, so I'll be sending you straight over there. So YouTube stream, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you on the next stream. Have a good rest of your day, YouTube. Goodbye to YouTube horizontal, YouTube vertical. I'm going to send you guys as well.